I'll do the. I'll play the thing
go ahead.
immediately.
All right,
Ready?
go ahead, play it. Yeah.
Fucking hot, got a black window, Russian spy. Captain Rogers, World War II. Bucky, Peggy, I love you. First adventure, here we go. Everyone, a step
Ignore the messages on the screen, but it should still work. The world's been turning. We didn't start the Oh, it's buffering. Sorry. Hydra arms are low key.
Battle for humanity, stones of infinity, space, time, soul, life, power, and reality. War machine, Falcon spinning, Bucky Barnes, Dragon, Cannon, Star.
Gamora 2. Drax, Rocket, I am Groot.
Gamora 2, Drax, Rocket, I am Groot.
Oh, it's buffering again. Quit the buffering.
Yeah.
Ultron, Sokovia. Yeah, man, sorry, we're having buffering issues with this thing. We wouldn't have this problem if Chosen was here.
Yeah.
Panther in Wakanda, sure. I hate this buffering shit.
The captain flying higher, further, faster, Thanos and Infinity War. I can take it anymore.
This.
Wow.
Almost sucks. Jokes. Good one, Chris. We didn't start the fire. It was all. Kristen, your jokes, man. That's funny. All right, I'm stopping the share. Okay. Welcome to.
For future reference, Joe. Is there a way you can go full screen on that?
Yes.
Okay.
I can. I just need to figure out how to do full screen when.
Just for future reference. Just for future reference.
Chosen's better at it than I am. That's why it's probably. I have figured he would have had it figured out, but he was late. So, because he's supposed to be the one that does all the stuff. Mantis and Drax would have loved the songs you played at the intro.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to. Oops. I'm at Masters of
GT. Oh, that's funny.
So we're waiting for other co-hosts to join us, but we're going to start this podcast with kind of talking about where. So, if you remember, guys, we're now officially in Phase 6 of the MCU. When we started out, when Phase 5, so Phase 4 was terrible. We're not going to talk about Phase 4 here because we've all said what we needed to say about Phase 4, I feel.
And then Phase 5, Phase 5 was better than Phase 4, but still not great.
Yes, and there were some good projects. So what I want to do is highlight to you guys. We're going to talk about Phase 5 and the beginning of Phase 6, because technically Phase 6 started with Fantastic Four.
Yep.
If my memory's right.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of go through reviewing each of the projects that you guys haven't. Phase 3 is still peak, Saw fan. That's still peak. So first of all, Phase 5 started with, of course, so when Phase 5 first kicked off, I believe was Guardians 3 the first movie of Phase 5? Or was it what started? Yeah, see if you can pull it up.
Quantumania, actually.
Okay.
If I can remember correctly.
Yeah.
Let me check. I think it was Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, I believe, was the first movie of Phase 5. But
okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
All right, let me look here.
Yep, Ant-Man 3, it's trash.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Did you find it?
I'm just looking. I was looking at something else entirely before you asked that question, but
What else were you looking at?
mm,
Yeah, Underground. The first two movies are.
yeah, the first two were better. I agree with that.
Hey, happy Monday, Daniel. Yeah, you got to get that.
Yes, bait. Oh wait, no, Phase 5 was. Oh wait, Phase 5. Okay, um, yeah, Phase 5 started with Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Yeah,
Well,
and we're in Phase 6
okay.
now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome, bro, for sure. So Phase 5 started out really rocky because I've been very vocal about this. Now, when Jake first watched Ant-Man 3, I think Jake liked the movie at first because I feel that he was excited about Cassie. But then I think, do I have that right, Jake?
I was, yeah.
Yeah. But then I think when the more you thought about it, the more you realize, wow, this is a bad movie.
Yep. Yep.
Like for me, the thing I knew immediately is I was like, okay, maybe they do. I thought when they had Kang, sorry, I'm looking at what Retro had said
Oh
in the
my
comments.
god.
I should have smoked weed that day after seeing Ant-Man 3. Hey Jim Tim, welcome to the podcast, boss.
Hey, Jim Tim.
So when I saw the movie for the first time, and I got to go to an early screening of it, I was so mad because now if there are Jonathan Majors supporters in the chat, just know that I mean this with the most love ever. But Ant-Man 3, I know that there was bad writing in 3, but I noticed something kind of funny that made Marvel look really stupid and also made Jonathan Majors as an actor, it didn't make me believe in his acting very much. Did anybody else feel like when they watched Ant-Man 3, the scene where you have MODOK is talking to Kang and Kang threatens him? Anybody else feel like that Jonathan Majors thought he could be James Earl Jones?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cause I got a vibe like he was trying to be Vader. I'm like, bro, the only person that's gonna ever touch Vader in Marvel will be Doctor Doom. Like, that's the only character that could ever touch that. That's why I love the Russo brothers, but I've always hated the comments that, oh, the Russo like Thanos is gonna be our Darth Vader. It's gonna be awesome. Like Thanos was great, but he'll never be Doctor Doom level. I'm sorry. That's Brolin, mad respect on his name. But putting him on that pedestal next to the greatest cinematic villain in the history of our time, next to the likes of the Joker, you just can't do that. I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. But yeah, so my issue with this movie is not only is Kang horrible in this movie, after he had a pretty good introduction in Loki, but he loses to Ant-Man. The Kevin Feige said, "Hey, I watched this show called Lovecraft. This is our guy. Then we're gonna spend Robert Downey Jr. money on this guy. And this is our guy." Yes, that's what I'm saying, Chris. Like this is our guy. The guy that's in this. I'm gonna spend RDJ movie. This is gonna be our multiverse saga villain. And this is what it is. Also, just for future references, this is a Marvel podcast. I'm going to be very real with you guys. While I am trying to be more positive about Marvel, you will get no Kevin Feige glazing from me. I am going to tear his ass apart every single episode. So just expect, while I'm positive about Marvel, I will be very,
Wait,
very critical of Kevin Fucky. like I'm sorry. That's always been my nickname for him, man. I'm sorry. I mean, if you guys haven't watched my video where I broke apart his announcement, his announcement of he saw Superman, and then he felt he had to announce the next phases of the MCU. He's like, oh, I saw Superman. DC's cooking. Oh man, I need to go make this announcement announcing we have a 10-year plan for Marvel. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You don't even know when your Blade movie is, bro. What are you talking about? 10-year plan. Like,
yeah.
so I roasted him. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really? Okay, fuck this guy. Let me screenshot this. And then I'm
Bro,
gonna ban
forget that, man. I love Den of Nerds, but that I do not understand how this bro can literally be like, Kevin Feige's always giving W's, man. Like, bro, you gotta understand that the system ain't working. It's because leadership ain't working. And when you have something to say, Jake, go ahead.
Later on in the show, before when we start talking about all the New York Comic Con stuff, I might have to leave for a couple minutes because apparently Chosen earlier today, or I think it was late last night, he sent us the whole trailer for Born Again Season 2 that was released.
Oh yeah, I watched it all.
I might have to back out and come back.
Oh, because you haven't watched it yet?
Yeah, I know Underground. I know.
Oh, is it because you didn't watch it yet, Jake?
Yeah, no, I haven't. No.
Okay, well, if you need to put out yourself on mute and watch it later in the show, go ahead and do that. If you send it to me on X, we can also watch it real quick so it's fresh in our head. That way, I'll watch it too when we get to that part of the show. Okay. Let's continue. So we're talking about the MCU, right? So I'm not going to glaze Fucky because I don't believe in his vision. Like, the fact that this man thinks he can take over Star Wars after he's ruined Marvel, I think is crazy. And I have mad respect for Den of Nerds. He's done a great job with this channel. I think his videos are entertaining. I love when he was getting all pissed during the WandaVision days and everyone wanted to talk about Star Wars. And he's like, no. He's trying to talk about Star Wars. Like, no, talk about Marvel, man. You want to hear your thoughts on WandaVision? No, it's January 5th. Like just it's entertaining stuff. I love it. But the man is glazing Kevin like crazy. Like, he is glazing Kevin like crazy, and I never understood it. This man even gave a W to Multiverse of Madness. Like, that is crazy to me. But
too.
Yeah, get this loser out here. So Ant-Man 3, rocky start for the MCU. Rocky start. Very bad film. Our cinematic villain that was meant to be our next Thanos of the Multiverse Saga. Multiverse Saga started very bad, man. Very bad. But Phase 5 does have some redemptive projects. So what was the next thing after Ant-Man then, Jake? Phase 5 lineup?
And then it was Guardians 3 after that.
Oh yeah. And then you know something funny? You know something hilarious? Kevin's like, Ant-Man 3 is gonna be the start of the Phase 5. We got our next big bad. James Gunn's like, I'm not working for you guys again, so let me just give you my swan song and make my last movie for you guys, and then I'm fucking out, bro. I'm gonna go cook on my own company. See ya. Peace. And to this day, if you look at Phase 5's number, Guardians 3 did the best in Phase 5. It was one of the best films in Phase 5, and that's not because of Marvel. That's not because of Kevin Fucky. That's all James Gunn. This man is unloading on the gun, man. He cooked. He took them Star-Lord guns, and he went crazy.
Oh, you're back. Oh, Chosen's backstage. Hold up.
Okay, cool.
Chosen's
so he unloaded.
Chosen's backstage.
So he unloaded. So, he created one of the best villains we've ever had, which we'll talk about during our villain ranking. Oh, hey, Chosen. Better late than never. So I'll catch you up on everything you've missed, bro.
Joe,
Yeah.
Okay, So Joe, real quick though, if you guys are wondering, because I did tell Joe this in the stream, the music video idea I have is it's a Daredevil music video, but you know what the song is, Joe? And this song was
What
actually
is-
from the Karate Kid Legends trailer. It's Born Again. It's the Born Again
Oh,
song
that's
from
what
Karate Kid Legends.
Oh, the
You know
song's
tune?
called the song's called Born Again.
I'll send you the
do you
link.
have
I'll
a-
send you the link.
Yeah, send me the link. Do you have a list of specific clips of Daredevil you want, or does it not matter? Just ones of him fighting people.
It doesn't matter.
Is what you're
It
expecting.
could be from any. Yeah, it could be from any season. I don't care.
Okay, cool. I will do that. Get rid of this loser.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
You're just
back.
jealous of-
Oh my
You're just
God.
jealous of my beard. Get out of here. You can't grow one.
But Joe, you know what you should? You know how you should end the music video though?
How?
You know the scene. You know the scene from Born Again where he's swinging down when he comes
Yeah.
back as Daredevil before his fight with
Um,
Muse. That's how
Mhm.
you end it.
Okay.
Hey. Yo,
'Cause
dude.
he's born again. So yeah, he's born again.
Yo, dude. It's not my fault. I'm a slow reader.
Well, I'm gonna see if I
Why?
can find a song right now. Actually, I'll send it. to you
Okay.
right now.
So, are you sending us the trailer now, or you sending us the
yeah, I'll send you.
you're sending me the
song.
Karate Kid stuff? Okay.
I
So
might have to back out because I haven't watched the trailer that you sent earlier, Chosen.
send it
The
to me,
Born Again
chosen
one.
send it to me as well, so I can watch it. So we can all go on mute, and watch it, so we'll be able to talk about it in depth, freshly at the same time. But so we'll continue along while Jake's getting everything ready. So, Guardians 3. James Gunn, the MCU is fucked in Phase 5 because we kick off with Ant-Man 3. It's garbage. Then James Gunn comes out and like, oh, Disney, fuck you. You have to come over here and put me in a mentally bad place and take me out. Oh, thanks, Chosen. Take me out and do all this stuff. But you know what happens? Then James Gunn's look, like my name, I'm gonna load my Star-Lord guns all over you guys, and you're gonna regret firing me because I'm gonna make more money than you could ever imagine. So the clip was unloaded. James Gunn went crazy. Guardians 3 gives amazing backstory for Rocket. Peak movie. Great storyline for Adam Warlock. Set up for other Guardians characters we want to see them. But
the High Evolutionary was an amazing villain in that movie.
And we're going to talk about him later in the stream, because later in the stream, all of us are going to do a Chosen. You're going to have a tier list ready later tonight.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Marvel villains.
Towards the end of the stream, we will be doing all MCU villains.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find a good list where it's from older villains from the villains.
Make
now.
sure it includes movie and TV, because there's.
Okay,
I already know
know
who my favorite MCU villain is, and it's not gonna. My number one might be different than everyone else's, because before we do the list, everyone gets to pick their number one
I already know
favorite
what
MCU
Joe's
villain,
number
and
one
then we
is.
do the tier list.
Joe's number one.
You think you know what mine is?
Wilson Fisk.
You got that right. Yeah, that is my number one. You're not wrong.
That's actually a good number one, Joe.
Dude, Vincent D'Onofrio just cooks, bro. It just
agree,
cooks.
right
But yeah, so yeah, Guardians 3 comes out, cooks, it's crazy. James Gunn walks away, says, hey, only X-Men, Daredevil, Deadpool, Spider-Man.
I agree, Richard.
Joe looks like.
Someone said, James Gunn, please go. I agree, Beyond the Kai.
Who's
And comment behind that, we can ignore you. We don't care what you say. Yeah.
yeah, you know
No,
what?
bro, we don't need to. We don't need Beyond the Kai. We don't need. Look, as much as I love that, bro, we don't need to. We don't need James Gunn to go back to Marvel. He's cooking with DC. So, look, Marvel's digging their own grave, man. If they want to collaborate on something and we can get some mad Marvel and DC crossovers, then that's fine. But James
only
Gunn's
X-Men-
focus needs to be on the DCU.
Only X-Men, Daredevil, Deadpool, Spider-Man is keeping Marvel alive. Yep.
That's true.
Mainly,
That's true. We're going to talk about that in a minute.
I think the one thing that's the one thing that really makes me hype when it comes to all those four options you said, Rashad, is Spider-Man, Daredevil, because For Spider-Man, obviously, Brand New Day, you know, that got me excited. And then Daredevil Born Again Season 2. So those two things I'm very looking forward to.
But also, you gotta remember that even though most of the Marvel stuff is, you gotta remember that with the X-Men 97 is considered to be the best Marvel, like, even though it's not set in the MCU, anything Marvel's made in the past years under Disney's reign, it's been their best thing.
Yeah,
Because people love it.
One of the best because it doesn't have to be connected to the stupid MCU.
Yeah, and I met the actress that played Jinx, so I can tell you that it's not Jinx. What's her name? Jubilee. So that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. So I met Jubilee. So I can tell you, I got to watch the finale with Jubilee actually, which was crazy. AJ was there too, but so we'll talk about that more later. But that's just in general. Like we do have some. We'll talk about 97 more when we get to the X-Men. When we get to the New York Comic-Con coverage.
Yes, we saw it. Underground, we saw it.
Yep, we're definitely going to be talking about that Underground. Don't worry.
Wait, are you?
So then,
are you talking about Born Again or X-Men? Is that which one is he talking
he's
about?
talking about X-Men. He's asking us about X-Men.
Oh, I thought
He's
he
asking
was
about
about
X-Men.
Born Again also got.
We'll be talking about both though. So.
Do you mean Miss Marvel? Because Captain Marvel is Brie Larson, bro. I think you mean Miss Marvel.
Yeah,
Chris.
the actor. By the way, the actor plays Miss Marvel, bro. She knows way more knowledge than Kevin Feige does, and that's crazy to say.
She should definitely be in charge, honestly. But so yeah, so we're going back to we're talking about we talk about Guardians 3. Guardians 3 is great. All right, Jake, what's our next project on our Phase 5 docket?
It was the Marvels.
The Marvels. Okay, now I'm going to tell people this because I know people will disagree. I will tell you, I know people shit on it all the time. The Marvels is not a bad not a bad project. A lot of people say it's bad. A lot of people say it's woke. A lot of people say a lot of things. The Marvels has some things that take it down from being top tier, but it is a good project. When you really think about what we got with it, like seeing all these characters together as a team really worked. Well, you know me, I was very critical of the Miss Marvel show. This movie saved Kamala for me. I love Kamala Khan in this movie. I think that absolutely saving for it. And this movie has the best written version of Carol that we've gotten so far, which I love. Oh no, we lost Chosen. Hopefully comes back. And then we had Monica Rambeau. The only bad thing about the movie, we'll talk about this in the MCU villains ranking. Darban is
terrible.
Is the terrible one of the worst, and she's meant to be related to Ronan, which makes sense because Ronan in the first Guardians movie was ass too, so that makes sense that they'd be bad. Joe, don't get me started in Blade. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Don't even get me started. We're gonna talk about that nonsense too. I got a video exposing Kevin Feige coming out, and then probably tonight or tomorrow about how I'm really pissed off about what they're doing with Blade, and
He's back.
Okay, Chosen's back. Okay, so we're talking about the Marvels right now, Chosen. So yeah, we're talking about the Marvels right now, Chosen.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about the Marvels right now. I was just iterating. The only problem with the Marvels was the fact that the villain was bad.
Villain was.
I agree with that. I think that's the only.
But the Marvels did. But the Marvels did have a W end credit scene setting up Doomsday.
I agree.
Because we were introduced to good old Hank McCoy, aka Beast, played by Kelsey Grammer. So that was sick. Setting up things for Doomsday, setting up more incursions. All right, so
and the very ending of the movie could have been like a mid-credit scene because the very ending was when Kate Bishop showed up or when Miss Marvel when Kate Bishop shows up and Kamala starts recruiting her.
Yep, so we got good setups because we got both Young Avengers set up and Doomsday set up. So I think the Marvels deserves more credit than what people give it. So I think the Marvels pretty good. The Marvels is pretty good so far in Phase 5 on our list right now. We have 2 wins for Marvel in delivering good good projects. Guardians 3 is still the best in Phase 5 right now, but the Marvels was pretty good. I give the Marvels a 7.5 out of 10 on my scale. I give Guardians a 9 out of 10, possibly even a 10, but I'd say 9 out of 10 probably is the best.
Can I give my score? Okay,
Yeah.
so for Guardians, yeah, I agree, Joe. I think it's a 9 out of 10. And then for the Marvels, I think it's a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's terrible. I don't know why people think it's terrible.
Yeah, I think 7 is where I was at. See, 7 is what I said. I said about 7 out of 10 seems like a fair one. I liked it more than people said it was. Okay, next project in Phase 5.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Oh, yeah. This is going to get good. Okay, now I got a hot take on this movie that people might not like. So, I like this movie. But I will tell you, over time on rewatch, honest, this movie kind of has what I call No Way Home syndrome. When it first came out, oh hold up, this thing's lagging. When it first came out, my biggest thing with it was that it was cool that they were doing a celebration of the Fox X-Men, but there's a couple missteps they made, like we waited so long to see Guardians 2 is the weakest of the trilogy.
I agree with
soft
that.
man. Like we waited so long to see a Wolverine versus Sabretooth fight, and then they just kill him right away, and we don't even see it. So
Yeah,
I like this movie a lot.
10 seconds.
Deadpool 3 is good.
They end it in like 10 seconds.
Yeah, like there's good. This movie kind of has a bit of a No Way Home / Endgame situation.
Yeah.
You're expecting a big fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting a longer fight. I was expecting a longer fight.
Yeah. So look, there's some good things. Go ahead, Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, they like it. That Wolverine Sabretooth fight should have been longer, just because everyone's wanted that fight for years, and it's just to have it end like that quickly. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, so I do feel like that both Deadpool and Wolverine both kind of have the nostalgia problem. Where the more you watch it, there's cool things in this movie. The plot isn't anything really special. I do give Cassandra Nova props for this movie, though, because I do think Cassandra Nova, you will see when we talk about the MCU villains ranking, I do think she is among the best of the MCU villains. Not number one, but definitely up there, because I think that she is incredible in this movie. And the idea of the only thing I wish that would make this movie a better ranking for me, or a better rating, is it's underrated. I agree. It is an underrated film. The only thing I think that would have made this movie better is they should have given us more backstory on the connection between Cassandra Nova and Charles Xavier.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it was lagging, Chosen. I agree. So I think overall, seeing Gambit, Jennifer Gardner's Elektra, Blade made me jump out my seat. It was amazing. I mean, there's only one Blade. There's only ever going to be one Blade. It was great. I love those things, and the fight scenes were pretty good. Although I'm going to tell you guys something crazy. As much as this was rated R, and this makes me a little nervous for on the Star Wars spectrum for Sean Levy's Star Wars movie being Chosen getting kicked out again, the Starfighter film. I noticed something, Jake, as much as I've watched and enjoyed his other projects. I don't think Sean Levy is an amazing action director.
Oh yeah, Gambit. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, Jake?
Yeah.
Rewatching Deadpool and Wolverine, they were bloody, but I can't think of a single scene in the movie where there was a standout fight scene. The only thing that's a standout, maybe, is the fact that we got to see Wolverine and Deadpool fight the other Deadpool variants. Because we got to see Wolverine have the aura-forming mask, which made me lose my shit. But the only thing I wish they would have done is I wish we would have had a different final villain alongside Cassandra Nova other than just Deadpool variants. I think that would have made the movie a lot stronger. But it was still fun.
I mean, we had what was that one? The Murdoch.
The guy working for he was working for the TVA.
Murdoch.
But I mean, like, I would have liked, the bloody car fight was awesome. No, I would have liked the, Gambit is amazing in this movie. I agree, Underground. I would have loved to see the final fight. Yeah, the fight is so good, definitely. I would have loved, if for the final fight, the villains alongside Cassandra Nova was like other remnants of the like the Brotherhood of Evil, like from X-Men and stuff. I wish some of the mutants from the Void would have been working with Cassandra Nova that carried over.
Oh yeah, that would have been cool.
Like they could have. I know Pyro was in the movie for a little bit, but they should have kept Pyro longer because he's such a goated villain. That kind of pissed me off that they killed Pyro. I love Pyro. So that would have been cool. But overall, I think Deadpool and Wolverine, great film. It was the movie that started making people pay attention to the MCU again. Because after No Way Home, people watched this movie and like, oh my god, look at this aura. We got Gambit, we got Blade. The MCU's back, man. It was awesome. Yeah, seeing Toad in there was great. I was mad that we didn't get Ray Park back, though.
Yep, it started to bring all the faith back to the MCU. And then all of a sudden, after that, we get fucking Captain America Brave New Trash.
Yeah, so now we're about to get that. So yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, I gotta go 8.5 out of 10. Very good film. I think I love it a lot. But I think it just the narrative lack is just kind of, I have too many issues with it to give it the full 9.
Yep.
My issue is it just kind of falls into the nostalgia bait. Yeah.
Oh, we're on Deadpool. Okay, I guess I'll give my thoughts real quick. I think it's a good movie. I enjoyed, Deadpool and Wolverine working together, obviously. Cassandra Nova's a great villain, whatever. But my only problem with this movie, and I agree with Joe, I feel like this movie does have that No Way Home syndrome, whatever the thing is called. Like, that's the problem I have with this movie. I feel like if they actually like care for the story, they would have gone all in with it. But it's still a good movie. I think I gave it like a 8.5 to a 9 out of 10.
See, that's what I said. I said 8.5 out of 10, so that's accurate. All right, so then as Jake was saying, now from Deadpool and Wolverine, we move into Brave New Trash.
Please don't get me started.
Thing lag. Give me a second.
Yeah, StreamYard. What's going on with StreamYard today, bro?
Yeah. So we have Brave New Trash. Let me redo this. This is annoying. I'm trying to go into audio mode because this thing is being annoying.
For real, Joe.
Come on, camera, turn off. This thing is just being so slow. Because Children's doing alright in audio mode, so I'm trying to... Okay. Alright, give me a second. I will load up the picture for a minute, please. Everything's so slow.
I can see Jake moving.
So Brave New... Well, since this is a podcast, do you have a picture on your screen, Jake, or you just have a blank screen?
I'm on camera, so...
Yeah, but you're able to turn the camera off, right? Do you have something else, like... Let me see. Maybe if I come up... Okay, I'm coming off lag now. It's better now. I'm back. Okay, so it's better. So, Brave New Trash. So, how do you have Deadpool and Wolverine come out and people are hyped for the MCU? Then, we've been waiting since Captain America and the Winter Soldier to see our boy Sam Wilson wearing the red, white, and blue. And then this movie goes to reshoot hell for months. And the movie turned out to be more of a Hulk movie without the Hulk than a Captain America movie. I appreciate that we got an amazing actor like Giancarlo Esposito, but then you don't do much with how amazing he is. And then that stupid side plot with the fight scene still makes me laugh with the stupid super short chick that's connected to the Black Widow program. That shit made me laugh. How are you having this chick that's like 4 feet, 5 feet tall, fighting 6 foot like giants, and just her Black Widow style makes it so she can do that? Like, it's ridiculous. And then the biggest problem with the movie we'll talk about with the ranking is the leader, bro. The leader, we waited so long since Incredible Hulk to see the leader utilized. Out of all the reshoots they had, they could not fix this movie's third act to save their life. And how are you supposed to tell me that Sam Wilson can take out Red Hulk by just giving him a pep talk. What is this? The Flash? We're on the Flash now. We can just like pep talk our villains, talk them down. Like what? Like it's
Joe,
like,
you explained it. Joe, you explained it perfectly. You know what I think happened? You know the director writer from this movie? I guarantee you they took notes. I guarantee you they took notes from the Flash season 7.
And I'm gonna say a hot take, guys. That I'm gonna tell you guys. I have a better version of what this movie should have been, and I want to tell you guys about it because I think you'll like my idea better.
Wait, okay, let me just say this real quick. Let me just say this real quick. Hold on one second. The MVP of this whole movie was Isaiah Bradley.
Yep.
Isaiah Bradley stole the whole film.
Which is why, with my issue with this movie, my score, you guys will be very surprised by my score. But there are a couple things in this movie that makes this movie watchable for me. So now my thing with this movie, and I'll talk about my issues with it. But one thing I believe, and I love Harrison Ford, so this hurts my heart. Red Hulk never should have been introduced in this movie, and the leader never should have been in this movie either. Do you know what this movie should have been?
What?
If you introduced the new Captain America, the whole plan, they never should have changed their original vision of this movie. Because the original version of this movie was supposed to be Captain America dealing with the Serpent Society. And that's why they brought in Giancarlo Esposito, because he's supposed to be the leader of the Serpent Society. But we just had him. We should have just had the whole Serpent Society. This movie should have been a Falcon and the Winter Soldier sequel. And it should have been, which it was, but it wasn't. And it should have been Bucky, Sam Wilson, and the new Falcon.
Also, let me just say this. Best part of the whole film was when Bucky showed up.
Yep, that was the best part. It was great to see Bucky as a senator. It was hilarious.
You just gave a better vision of the movie because.
Yep. So I think that would have been better. I don't know why they changed it. Because they wanted the Red Hulk in it so bad. I don't know, but it's like it. Yes, it is. It's like an Incredible Hulk sequel. Like that was the thing that was stupid. So I don't like all those connections. My highlights for this movie: Isaiah Bradley, and I will say this: Sam Wilson. Love Anthony Mackie to death. Sam Wilson will never be Steve Rogers, but in the beginning of this movie, they gave him some hella good fight scenes. I will say this: before this movie turns Red Hulk, the Sam Wilson Captain America, the way he fights as Captain America, different from Steve Rogers. There are a couple fight scenes in this movie that I think make it watchable. That there's moments in this movie I'd say that there are a little bit of parts of the movie that you're like, okay, there is some peak choreography in here. One scene I really like in this movie is when Sam Wilson and the new Falcon are breaking into the place where the leader is, right?
Uh-huh.
And that fight scene of Sam Wilson without his suit and just the shield, that shit was peak, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit was awesome. Like I was like, okay, this is cool. I like that, and I like the scene when we first learn about Sam Wilson versus Giancarlo Esposito. I love when his first time as Cap, we see him. He's fighting all the guys, and the way he's being able to fly and kick ass with the shield. Great combos, great action. It almost has that Winter Soldier feel in the beginning of the movie. But then they change it. The tone changes and gets goofy later. So for me, my final thoughts on Brave New World. I almost said Brand New Day for a second. For Brave New World, aka Brave New Trash, I'm giving this one a 2 out of 10. The only reason I'm giving it 2 out of 10 is because there are two things in this movie I like: Isaiah Bradley and the fight scenes. But other than that, I think it's pretty weak.
Okay, let me get my score, Joe. I'm gonna give this movie because you gave good reasons, and obviously Bucky showing up. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 10.
Yeah, 3.5 is pretty good too. I agree.
It's so bad.
Do you have anything else to say before we move on to the next project, Jake?
Let me just say, I hope we see Isaiah Bradley again in the MCU.
It'd be
He's a
awesome to
good
see
character.
Isaiah Bradley again.
He's a really good character.
I'd love to see more Isaiah Bradley. Isaiah Bradley's cool.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next project?
Yeah.
Joe?
Thunderbolt.
Yo, what's the next one, Jake? Is this the next film?
Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the next thing in Phase 5?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
We didn't have any TV shows in between?
No.
Oh wait. What about Daredevil?
What about Daredevil and Echo?
Oh yeah, Daredevil. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
Look
So
at the
I'm
timeline
thinking-
for the we gotta. This is projects, so we gotta factor shows in too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's talk about
okay.
Echo first. Let's talk about Echo first, because you brought up Echo.
Is Echo the next one? Okay, we can talk about Echo next. Okay, so Echo. So I'll go first, obviously, because I was really hyped for this show, and this show ultimately disappointed me very severely.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give my overall overview of Echo, and I'll talk about my positives first, and then we'll get into the negatives. So I was so hyped for this show because after we saw, I like the show to a degree. Underground, it lost me towards the end. I think the first couple episodes, this show is amazing, but then the second they do something in the end of the finale, that's when I have some problems. So because they do something with certain characters, and I think they disrespect a certain character. That this is the second time the MCU has disrespected this character, and thank God we got Born Again, because otherwise we wouldn't get this redemption handled well. So, yeah, it had some awesome moments. I just don't like the finale. I think the show is good, but the finale is the weakest link for me. So, and we'll get to that. So my highlights are, they were hyping this thing up. They're like, "Oh, you remember this new Spotlight banner? We're about to go crazy rated R. Like, you can't believe. Like, this is like Monday,
No.
violence, blood, crazy." Like, and they didn't go that crazy. They didn't go that
It
crazy.
really didn't. It really didn't.
They did much better with Born Again. But there are a couple standout scenes that I do think are worth mentioning. First of all, first episode, that Daredevil versus Echo fight. Oh my God, that
Yeah,
fight
that
and
was
the shot where she was fighting all the goons in the warehouse and then Daredevil shows up. Great stuff. And the world building eventually, this starts off after Daredevil tracking Hawkeye for his activities as Ronin. I thought this was great. I also love the flashback. One of my other highlights of this show is the way they use Wilson Fisk in this show. Great until the very end. But I love the flashback scene.
I get it.
I love the flashback scene where you get to see him beat the crap in the alley. Oh, that'd be awesome to have Echo and Rivals.
I'd be down for that. I'd be down
Yeah,
for that.
you know, like, but I love it how Echo fights like with her prosthetic limbs, and I really hope, and we'll talk about this when we come to Born Again. I really hope Echo becomes a defender. I really hope Echo joins the fight against Fisk, because Echo, despite I don't love this series, this was going to be one of my biggest positive shows / projects in the MCU. Because while I have issues with this project, I still give it a very good score. Just because there's one thing I don't like, I think everything else I love. And my only downsides with this project is the thing we got to talk about in the finale, and the thing, and the fact that they lied about how crazy the violence was going to be. But so then the other thing I love, other than Fisk, Daredevil's cameo, the whole fight scenes overall. There's a fight scene, I believe it's episode 3 it happened in. There's a fight scene in episode 3 where Echo has a fight in an arcade, and she goes crazy by taking a skee ball and use it like a weapon. Like, bro, John Wick got competition in this fight. I will say that the action designers for this show, they did not miss. They were doing the Lord's work with this show. Like, I was literally inhale that aura, bro. Like, it was crazy. So my biggest nitpick of this show, other than the violence not being as crazy as it was, is the last episode of the finale. I already had issues with the Hawkeye show after Spider-Man No Way Home. We were introduced, Charlie Cox came into the MCU, and we knew we were building up. We were getting ready to build our favorite characters back in the MCU. But before that happened, we had Hawkeye. And when Hawkeye happened, what happened is Kate Bishop, love the character, but she put some disrespect on Willie's name, and that made me not happy because now we have had Fisk lose to 2 females in the MCU, and that's not okay. And I would have been happy. I would have been fine with it. The only thing I think I will say is, thankfully, thanks to the Daredevil show, my boy is getting redemption. There's a scene in Daredevil when we get to Daredevil Born Again that we're going to talk about that completely redeems those moments because Fisk gets to do the craziest things ever done, even crazier than what he did in the Daredevil show on Netflix. But we'll get to that when we talk about Born Again later. But so yeah, so my basic issue is everything else in this show is great, but the finale. My score for Echo is going to be, with just the finale issue and the lack of and the violence not being as crazy, I'm going to give Echo a 6.5 out of 10.
All right, let me go next now. Okay.
Yep.
I think. Okay, I'm gonna start with my positive. I think the fight that you mentioned, Joe, in the arcade, that was a crazy fight. I think the fights are not that bad. I don't have a problem with the fights.
I like the fights.
And Daredevil making a cameo was cool. Hawkeye as well, even if it was a flashback. Obviously, so all that stuff is great. But my biggest issue with this whole show is that I feel like they misled us with the marketing and promotion of the show.
No worries,
really
Soft fan. Yeah,
and it's a
I
big
agree about the
letdown.
misled marketing.
And don't get me started on Kingpin. I did not like the way they wrote Kingpin in the show. It didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I just feel like I don't know.
Well, that's because of the finale. The finale ruined it all.
But overall, I'm gonna give the show a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I think a 5.
Because you're going 5, so I did 1 degree higher than you. Okay.
Okay.
You got any final thoughts on Echo, Jake?
Not really, no.
Okay, so now after Echo, is it Daredevil next?
Yeah, Daredevil Born Again. You can do Daredevil Born Again next.
Yeah.
This is the next thing. We didn't miss anything in Phase 5?
Yeah.
Not. Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Let me see.
Yeah, the ancestor history was good.
Oh yeah, that was good.
But yeah, Daredevil Born Again. Okay.
You're talking about just the fact that they explored her native roots? Or in the Daredevil Born Again? Okay. Everyone knows I have the most to say about this show. This was my most hyped Marvel project. I will be releasing a ranking of all the Daredevil seasons today. So I can't wait. After the show, I'll be making... I can talk more in depth about them. I'm going to do a full-on ranking video for you guys. And this is going to break out a lot because there's a lot of things I love in this show, but I do take a lot of issues. But I will tell you this, because we're going to talk about this during New York Comic Con. I do think that while Season 1 is kind of a mixed bag, I do think that Season 2 is going to be one of the most peak Marvel projects that we've ever gotten, which we'll talk about during New York Comic Con. I think the only issue I have with this show is because Kevin left too much of the stuff from the previous writers in the show. And that's my issue. Would you agree with that, Chosen?
Yes.
So, let me go into my pros first. Pro, Daredevil and the Punisher in this show, W's, bro. Everything with them from episode 4, which has John Bernthal's best acting that we've ever seen as Punisher. Oh, I love that scene. I'll never get tired of that scene. I got to do the voice for this part. I love the scene when he's talking to him. And he's like, you go out at night in your candy-ass Halloween costume. Look at me. Oh, sirs, I served. I had it with your candy-ass shit. Like, and then my favorite part of this entire thing is, Red, it just keeps eating, and it keeps eating, and eating, and eating at you, till there's nothing left. And he's like, he got life. What about old Foggy? Did he get life? Like, that shit tore me apart. So Frank Castle, W's in this season. Continue to talk about him. The idea from Shane from The Walking Dead, where you at? The idea of how they use the anti-vigilante task force, I think is great in this show. They wasted the original White Tiger character. That's one of my cons. It's cool that they use the task force to be such a legitimate threat. And speaking of Born Again, the ranking will not be the only Born Again thing. There's a comic book character that gets wasted in this show that you're gonna get to see a rare Captain Multiverse rant tonight. I've been working on this new series where I go through movies and TV shows, and I basically I do a series on character assassination, right? Comparing someone from previous source material and how they were destroyed. So there's this character on the anti-vigilante task force in this show called Cole North. In the comics, Cole North can box Punisher and fucks up Daredevil on regular occasions, and is a cross between being like Jim Gordon of Marvel, being an incredible detective, but also kind of going on a corrupt path. This show, he gets knocked out one punch, gets constantly the butt of every joke on the task force, but gets dropped in the finale, and it's just stupid. It's just absolutely stupid. So that's one of my issues. So my biggest cons are, I know people complain about this. I love how this show addresses the biggest cliffhanger of the Netflix Daredevil show. Love how we kick off this show returning right away with the jaw dropping, the fact that Foggy's shot by Bullseye, and the fact that Bullseye is. And I'm sorry, I know people complain about the CGI. I got a hot take. I like the Bullseye versus Daredevil fight. I know a lot of people say they get mad about the CGI and they think some of the swinging looks weird. But
can I say something?
Yeah.
I always complain about that. First of all, we've seen worse CGI in Marvel. This is not the worst thing I've seen.
And I did a music video a while ago of reacting this fight scene. My favorite part of the fight scene is when Daredevil realizes that Foggy is shot, and because of his powers, he hears Foggy's heart stop, right? And he's beating the shit out of Bullseye. He's got him, and then he just drops him off the roof. Like, that was crazy. Like, one of my favorite things about this fight is they finally did one of the best things they've done with the Bullseye character in the Daredevil show is that in their first fight in the Netflix show, they showed how Daredevil and Bullseye, the fight in this show deserves a win because they showed how Daredevil and Bullseye have different fighting styles. And what I love about Bullseye is really good at projectiles, so he's always long range. So I like how he knows that Daredevil has a boxing background. So what he wants to do is stay the fuck away from Daredevil. Like, he's like, if this man gets close to me, I'm gonna get kneed or bodied with his billy clubs. Something's gonna happen. I'm gonna get wrecked. So if you watch that fight, every single time that Bullseye is always trying to throw knives at Daredevil or like shoot him or do any of these things, because he knows if Daredevil gets his hands on him, he's done. Because Bullseye is a great marksman. He's not a good hand-to-hand combat fighter. So, like, he can fight hand-to-hand, but not on the level that Daredevil is like. Other than Captain America, Daredevil is probably one of the best hand-to-hand combat fighters in the MCU. Like, it's been proven that that's a feat that he has. And so with Bullseye, I love the Bullseye stuff. I like how they use Bullseye in this show. Also, props to this. Well, I love the Netflix show. One of the things that this show has over the Netflix show is Bullseye finally got a costume, not just parading around as wannabe Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, I love Bullseye's costume in this. The ski mask. Inhale that horror, bro. Inhale that horror. That shit was crazy. The other thing in this show that I love is, even though I think that a lot of people would disagree because he obviously got killed off, but it's beautiful to me that in this show because Jake and I love the show Wednesday, I think it's epic that Tyler from Wednesday got to play one of the best villains in the Daredevil mythos.
Oh, I completely forgot.
You forgot that Tyler played Muse? Dude, yeah, he was Muse.
That's crazy.
And then that's Halloween. Despite he got killed, I do think Muse will come back in season 2. And I do think that even though I have issues with episodes, I think it's episode 7? Is it episode 7 chosen where Muse gets killed?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that was not a very good. It was a cool fight scene, but the ending of it wasn't super great. But I do think that Muse will come back in a big way. But what I will say this: my favorite episode of this entire series, besides the finale, because I think the finale's peak, is I love the time when Daredevil comes back for the first time, and the way that he starts wailing on Muse. Oh, that's another video I have coming out tonight, guys. Since we've been in Marvel Rivals Heaven with Daredevil, there's gonna be a lot of Daredevil videos coming out for me tonight. One of the next things I want to tell you, not only will I be ranking the seasons, here's another big thing I'm gonna do that's gonna make you guys really excited. And this is gonna be a challenge because I love all this show and this character so much. I'm up to the challenge, guys. Tonight you will see me rank all 5 of what I consider to be the best Daredevil fights that have ever been made with this version of Daredevil. And I'm only allowed to pick 5. So there'll be honorable mentions, but I will be ranking my top 5 Daredevil fights. And my rule is I'm allowed to use fights from anything that Daredevil has appeared in live action. So I can use Defenders, I can use She-Hulk, I can use I won't She-Hulk, but I'm just saying I could. And I can use Echo if I want. But I will tell you that while things will be in honorable mentions, there's a decent chance that all my favorite fight scenes are going to be from just the Daredevil seasons where Daredevil's the main character. Just because I think that whenever Daredevil is the main character in their show, I think the best Daredevil fights are when Daredevil is when it's his show with his choreography team. So, but yeah, so this Daredevil and Muse fight. I love this scene so much. Like, whoever was the cinematography for this episode, what I love about this is I love that Muse has captured the new White Tiger and he's torturing her. And they went, this show did not, for Disney Plus, this show did not miss with Muse. Like, the fact that he's so brutal in how he's using people's blood and painting his victims, so accurate to the comics, so incredible. And I know Chosen agrees with me. Like, he's a big fan of how Muse is done.
Yeah.
Right, Chosen?
Yeah.
And then what I love about this, so much, is the fact that we follow this up from Muse goes out to kind of see what's going on, get more stuff, and all of a sudden you get Daredevil starts running at Muse, and he starts throwing haymaker after haymaker with the billy clubs, putting the suit on, and Muse, which this has not been done in the comics. You guys ever seen the comics? Muse mostly has powers in the comics, so you don't see Muse try to fight Daredevil hand to hand as often. But I love the change in the show where you see Muse literally starts doing Taekwondo kicks since Muse's character alter ego has a Taekwondo background, which is another W from the writers. Yeah, Muse was freaking crazy. So I love this fight because it's insane. And then Daredevil ends this fight by screaming and stringing Muse up like he's gonna hang him, marking his death. Because this was the one time in Daredevil history for a long time where we got Daredevil to the point where he comes back and he was potentially going to probably kill Muse. You could tell he was gonna do it. So that's another pro for me. Another pro that I'll also say, and I know people don't like this, one thing I'll say that I do think is a good change of the new rewrites of the script, I think Muse comes out of hell in the comics. I think, yeah, that's how he survives. The other thing I'll say is a lot of people shit on the Kamala Khan's father episode, but I'm going to tell you guys this way. The episode's not perfect. It's not my favorite episode of the season. I do think that the scene where Daredevil has to take out the bank robbers and he does the knee snap outside in the alley on the one guy, that was some peak shit right there. Just seeing Matt Murdock aura farming was crazy. I loved it. And I do think even though it's more of a comedy episode and it's got more balance, it's not as dark as the other episodes, I do like this episode. I do think it's a fun, different change of pace episode. So I do still give that pro. Also, after Matt's been so distraught from all the stuff that happened with Foggy in the first episode, another shout out I gotta give is that scene where the anti-vigilante task force are, trying to go after. We find out that the task force is involved in a lot of the stuff set up for the trial of Hector Raella, right? But you have Daredevil in his form without his suit because he's not Daredevil right now. Has to beat up these cops, And bro, the shots of him like doing arm bars and breaking wrists and like having the glasses
Bro,
get
that
bloodied
was
up,
brutal.
that shit was crazy. Like I
Bro,
loved
my
it.
reaction was crazy.
Yeah, so
I was like,
I will say this. One thing this show I will give is this show, well, I think the writing definitely has some issues, which we'll talk about in my con section. I think one of the issues with this show, this first season, because of the weird writing changes over, is I think the fight scenes are incredible in this season. I think the fights we get, we should have got more of them. But the ones we get, I think are good. Even the weakest
They're not
fight
even-
on this
Joe,
season.
Here's the thing, Joe. They're not even bad fights. The only bad fight is the Daredevil versus Muse round 2. That's the only bad fight. And that's it. There's no other bad fight.
And I think there was still some pretty decent stuff in that fight. I just think the ending was kind of lackluster because we don't know what they're going to do with Muse. But
But
I think there were some good parts of it. Yeah, I agree. I think that's one of the lower points. And then of course, the biggest thing is like we talked about the cons. The other pro is Fisk in this show is returned to his former glory. I love what they do to him as mayor. I love how this show kind of has some Penguin vibes where they kind of do the whole crime corruption thing, which I think is great. Also the scene in the finale when Fisk is finally taking over and everything that you heard about Echo and everyone said Echo's gonna be bloody and brutal gets taken out of context because Daredevil says hold my beer and Fisk literally takes the chief of police and smashes his face like
Bro, when I
God,
first saw that,
that
bro,
scene
I
was
was
crazy.
I was freaking
That
out.
was when you
bro.
knew. And there's also a scene, or one of the other things I love is when we first got the Muse and Daredevil fight. We also had the intercut fight of Fisk beating up his Adam, which the guy that was trying to get with his wife. So I think that was crazy. That stuff was really good. Also, Fisk is good. So, and then the finale in general. I love the finale fights. I love the fight with Punisher soloing on the task force. I love Punisher entering the building and teaming up with Daredevil. I think that's sick. Great stuff. So a lot of pros. Now my cons are the writing changes. You can tell when you get to episode 8 and 9. Episode 8 and 9 feel like it's the show we were meant to get. Everything else is just
Yeah.
kind of like there's good moments, but episode 8 and 9 is like, oh, these are the real writers? They didn't come until this episode? Really? And you can tell because the way that they did the Bullseye stuff in episode 8 was crazy. And the way that they ended it with Matt getting shot was something I never thought they would do. So I love that. I love those two episodes. I think 8 and 9 are stellar, and they redeem the series for me quite a bit. And I do like it. But my cons are I can't remember her. I think her name's Heather. I don't like the character of Heather. I don't like the writing switchover. And like I said, I think the second fight for Muse was overhyped and wasn't as cool as it could have been. And hopefully we'll get redemption when we get the real Muse. Hopefully Muse will return, whether it be Hell or they reveal somehow he survived. But we need to see Muse back in Season 2. My score for Daredevil Born Again Season 1 is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. Because I believe that it is still really good and one of the best Marvel Disney Plus shows. In fact, I would put it over some of the ones that people say are really high. I don't think it's really good. I just think that it doesn't live up to the Netflix name because, unfortunately, it's got the weak structure from the first drafts of the script that Kevin didn't take out. He should have fired those previous writers right away and not let them write anything. Your turn, Chosen.
Okay, for me personally, let me start with the pros. Okay, I think the fight, I have no issues with the fight. I think most of the fights were great. I have no problem. I think they're great. The finale, episode 8, great. Daredevil, obviously, great as always. Kingpin, Fisk, great as always. Some of the episodes are really actually pretty good. The episode 3 is an underrated episode. The trial, that episode was
the trial episode. Oh yeah.
And obviously Punisher's return, Karen's return in episode 9. Like, bro, there's some good stuff. I like some of the stuff that we got. Now my cons is they wasted White Tiger. I did not like that. The actual White Tiger. I feel like I wanted to see him actually fight.
Yeah, that's why I said 8.5, Chosen.
This is why I said
Yeah, that's why I
think
said
it's better if you
8.5
got a fight with.
underground.
I think a fight with him before dying is better because you actually get to see him fight before he dies. I think that would have been a lot more better and more emotional.
Yeah, that would have been a
and
good
then
way
they
to do it.
wasted
They should have changed
Muse,
it.
which- And then they wasted Muse.
Yeah,
which I
they
didn't
wasted
like. I
Muse.
feel like Muse deserves. And
Yeah, one of my
honestly,
other nitpicks
Heather
I didn't.
is-
Oh, yeah, I hate
and
Heather.
also Heather's a
The other
dumb
thing I was
character.
gonna say.
Heather. And,
The,
go
the other
ahead.
thing I was gonna say on your point, Chosen, when you mentioned about how they wasted Hector, I think it's dumb, and I know that the actor died, so there's nothing they could have done about it. I wish they would have somehow been able to recast the Hector actor, or they could have filmed it from the beginning, so that we could have actually seen this version of White Tiger teaming up with Daredevil for a fight. Because I know we're
And
gonna get that
also-
with the new character, but it would have been great if they teamed up.
Okay, going back to what I said, Heather's back, and I'm sorry, but most of the side characters I do not like. I do not find interesting. I mean, the only character
I like Fist's
is that
sidekick.
What is that guy's name? He's the guy with the glasses. What's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. The guy with the glasses. I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you don't like Cherry, right?
The guy,
talking about Cherry.
the guy that you. No, not Cherry. The other guy that works for Fist with the other guy.
You're talking about Daniel?
Not the glasses guy. The other one. What's his name?
Daniel?
No,
You're
not
talking about
Daniel.
Daniel,
the other
right?
one. Another one. Another sidekick.
Another one?
I don't even
No,
remember
not Daniel.
Who was
There's
the
another
sidekick?
one right there next to Fizz.
I don't remember what the other one was called.
He's the guy who you call like 2.0. The other. Hold on. I'm trying to find his name. I'll find his name. Hold on.
Yeah. Trying to remember.
Hold on, guys. Give me a sec. Okay. Hold on, I'm finding his name right now. I'll let you know. I like that character. I think he's my. I did like Daniel too, but I'm gonna find the other character real quick.
Oh, here's a good question. Do you
Yeah, you
think
can answer that question real quick.
Miles could be in season 2 or season 3 if there's a
Sony's just being really bad about the rights.
Hold on. You're referring
Oh,
to
Joe, I
Miles
found the
Morales.
name. Joe, hold on.
Never mind. I'll wait.
Joe, I found the name. It's Buck. His
Yeah.
name is Buck.
Oh yeah, Buck.
Yes, bro. I love
Yeah.
that character, bro. I don't know why. I
Yeah,
just love that
you
character.
saw the Wonder Man trilogy. Yes, I did, Jim Tim. I'll have a reaction out for it later tonight.
Okay, going back to what I said, guys, because I'm not done with my review yet.
Underground, we'll come back to your question in a minute. We just gotta. I'll address it in a minute.
Okay.
But we're
I still
chosen
need to-
saying
yeah.
so.
So going back to what I said, I think Buck is a cool character. Daniel's, cool, but the other side characters I do not care about. But then yeah, overall, I'm gonna give this show or the first season a 7.7 out of 10.
Okay, so you went a little lower than me, but that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
Sorry.
he's talking about Miles Morales Jake. I already know that.
Yeah. Underground, to answer that question, they're gonna have to get a lot of the rights for that. Like, they're gonna have to get the right from Sony for that. Like, it's possible, but it's gonna be crazy expensive.
I'll tell you this much, Underground. Don't worry about Miles because I think we're gonna get Peter in season 2, so it's okay. We don't need to worry about Miles. I think we'll get Peter in season 2. So we'll get a Spider-Man. We don't need Miles yet.
Jake, you have any thoughts on Born Again?
You have any final things you want to say?
I like Born Again. I really like Born Again.
Do you agree with our agree with our ratings for it
Yeah.
and our
Yeah.
issues are valued? Okay. So I like the Wonder Man trailer, Jim Tim. We'll talk about that more in the New York Comic Con section. But
All right, now
So-
Thunderbolts is next.
is Thunderbolts our next project now?
Yeah,
Yes,
Thunderbolts is
Thunderbolts.
next. Yep.
Okay, so I'll go first again. No, actually, let's change the order. Jake, you were someone, because I know you're my Stranger Things guy. I want you to share your thoughts on Thunderbolts first, because you're my Stranger Things guy. So, and this
I'll go
features
after you.
one of your favorite Stranger Things actors. So, Thunderbolts, Jake,
Oh, gosh.
your thoughts, take it away.
Well, I really like Thunderbolts. I thought it was great. The thing that got me, I really liked the development of Yelena and Red Guardian's relationship in this movie, especially from one particular scene. If you guys have seen the movie, you guys already know. Yeah, I love this movie. It was great.
Yeah, it's an incredible movie. So yeah, any highlights you want to say about it, Jake, or are you just gonna keep it short with that one?
I'm gonna keep it short.
Can I go
Okay.
next, Joe?
You want to go next? Go ahead.
Justin.
Okay, so I'll go next just to make it quick. Okay, I love this movie. I think this movie was perfect. You know, the whole thing with everyone's dealing with some mental health problems, issues. Which that's what this movie is about. It was such a perfect theme of the movie. I love Yelena's character. I loved her dynamic with obviously Red Guardian. Obviously, that scene you mentioned, Jake. That scene was emotional. I love Bucky. My boy Bucky's always been great. I love what's his name? U.S. Agent, obviously John Walker, great character. Bob, Sentry, Void, great villain by the way. And then obviously the Ghost. Ghost was the one that shocked me the most. I didn't expect to like Ghost in the movie. I was surprised how much I liked this character. And then my issue is how they wasted Taskmaster. That's my only problem with this movie.
I had a feeling they were
Yeah,
gonna kill her
those are-
off.
Because here's the thing, I know a lot of people don't like this character, but I feel like they should have done a lot more of this character.
Well,
It's really
here's the thing. I knew Taskmaster was gonna die. The
and that's the problem I have.
the moment that we had that Doomsday announcement, the casting announcement, and all the Thunderbolt leaders were confirmed for that movie, except for Taskmaster, I was like,
Yeah, and here's the thing. I know you guys don't like the character, I understand, but you don't have to waste the character. You could have done a lot more development of this character. But I still like this movie overall. I think it's a great movie, but that's just my only nitpick. I think that's my only con I have with this movie. I think overall, I'm gonna give it I'm not gonna give it a 9 because I feel like if I give it a 9, I'm gonna be like a little too biased. But I'm gonna give it an 8.5 at best. I think 8.5 at best. Yeah. So now you can go, Joe.
I have zero problems with this movie, so I'm gonna give this movie a much higher score.
okay.
Because like I told you, I can't stand Taskmaster. Like, Chosen, I understand that you wanted to see something better with this character, but in my opinion, the Black Widow movie killed this character for me, and it will never be redeemed because they had a chance to give us one of the best Marvel villains done in the comics by the best actors and the original people that are meant to be playing that character, and because they screwed that over, this Taskmaster gets no sympathy from me. I'm sorry, but she gets no sympathy because she's not good, Chosen. Like, I understand that you wanted more with her, but there's nothing they could have written that would make her better. Black Widow killed her character already. Without physically killing her character until Thunderbolts, they killed her character. Because the moment that the MCU did to change her Taskmaster into a female, that's when they destroyed the representation of our favorite character. Like, when you look at what Taskmaster is supposed to be, if they would have made someone like Scott Adkins playing Taskmaster, because Taskmaster is supposed to copy all the abilities, and you really only get to see Taskmaster use her abilities one time in the movie in Black Widow, where she uses abilities from Captain America, Winter Soldier, Spider-Man, but you never really get to see it done again, even when she's in Thunderbolts for a little bit. So, but I love this movie. This is exactly why Jake Schreiber is the guy to give us the new MCU X-Men movie, which thank God he is. Yelena has an incredible character arc in this movie. I love how this movie almost doesn't feel like a Marvel movie, where it feels more like an A24 movie. And the fact Bucky, after being a senator, they put Bucky back on top and made him the person we love him to be. He got to be aura-forming. Like, we're talking aura-forming on like a Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator 2 Judgment Day level. When the sunglasses come on, and that's why they made the MVP in Marvel Rivals, for him just going and like, oh, you have something to add, Jake?
Yeah, they made him the leader in this movie, which I loved.
I love that he was the leader. That's how it should have been. And so I love all those things. Also, no one has spoke highly about this. The best character, other than returning Avengers like Bucky in this movie, the best character of the new proper Thunderbolts team we get in this movie is John Walker by far.
Oh,
What they do with John... In fact, I've been working on a video about this. I think that if Marvel keeps shitting the bed with Sam Wilson as Captain America, they just need to give John Walker the redemptive
mantle.
like endgame level arc where like eventually Sam just goes back to being a proper Falcon or something, and then his buddy does something else and gets a different role, and then just let John Walker be Captain America. He's earned it. After Steve Rogers, I think in the MCU reboot, instead of doing another Steve Rogers, just make John Walker Captain America.
I agree, Joe.
And not the fake Captain America, the real one, because he's got the potential. This dude is, and you know something crazy, even though he's only been in a couple projects now, John Walker proves in Thunderbolts, he's actually a better Captain America and has a better skill set than even Steve Rogers does. He has a better fighting style. Like, they show that in Falcon the Winter Soldier that we thought Steve Rogers was peak human. This guy didn't have to get the serum to be strong. He was already the most peak human there was, and now he's got the serum.
Joe,
Like, yeah.
this might be a hot take. I think John Walker might be my favorite character post Endgame.
I wouldn't disagree with that one. I think he's one of my favorites because he's goated. I love John in this entire movie. I love how they handle his post-traumatic stress stuff. I love how he bonds with all the characters. Love David Harbour in this movie. I love everything they do with Red Guardian. The scene with him and Yelena is great. And I'm surprised Chosen didn't do a lot of talk about this, but one of the best things about this movie also is how they use Sentry / the Void. The fight between them at the tower is great. And the fact this movie deals with depression and anxiety in such a mature and real way, this movie's great. Thunderbolts, for me, gets a 9 out of 10. I think it's great. And I have a hot take for people that I don't think a lot of people understand. Which is, and I know, and we're going to talk about this movie pretty soon, so I'm just going to say this. I like Thunderbolts more than Fantastic Four. And I know people are going to think that's crazy.
I don't think it's crazy, Joe, because I actually do. I think Thunderbolts is a better movie than.
Yeah, I just think it's better. Okay, so Underground said, didn't Steve give Sam his shield though in Endgame to become the next? Yes, he did, but Sam has disrespected the shield.
That is
because
true, Underground. I feel like he did. I remember.
Sam disrespected the shield though because in Falcon the Winter Soldier when they gave it to him, they gave him a great arc of using it. But we saw in Brave New World, which we already talked about, he's not worthy of it.
No.
He's not worthy. If he's going to pep talk Hulk, like, if you made the same move with Brave New World and you replaced Sam Wilson with John Walker could have taken Red Hulk out without giving him a pep talk.
Bro, that fight, I'm sorry, bro, but if they fought, I feel like that fight would last, like, at least, like, 30 to 40 seconds.
I think John Walker could. I think John Walker could have hung in there, man. I think John would have cooked him.
Like, people don't realize how strong John Walker truly is. Like, people don't realize.
Plus, he can be like he can also be a very what would we call it? You could have John be he's a much more ruthless Cap too. Like in the comics, guys, I don't know if you guys know about this, but one of my favorite storylines in the comics is Daredevil and John Walker fight in the comics, and John Walker loses only to Daredevil, but when he loses so bad that Daredevil is such a cold character in the comics that he beats the shit out of John Walker with his own shield and it just keeps it. He's like, "Hey, you're not worthy. I'm just gonna take it from you because I humbled your ass, and now I'm gonna." So John Walker, goated. Thunderbolts, incredible movie. The Void, incredible character. Can't wait to see more of how the Void is used in Doomsday. 9 out of 10. And our next project is. Oh, go ahead.
I
think it's Fantastic Four, right?
Yep, our next project's
No, wait. Before.
No, it's Ironheart next.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Ironheart, so I can't talk about this.
Okay, I'll start with this one because I know me and Jake both saw Ironheart. Now, this project has a lot of. Wait, which phase did Black Panther? Which phase did Wakanda Forever come out in? Was that phase 4?
I think it was Phase 4.
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
last movie in Phase 4.
Okay, 'cause I was trying to figure out because I thought we missed it, but no, yeah, that's right. That was Phase 4. Okay, so Echo. Now a lot of people, I went into this show not.
Oh my gosh.
Again, fix. Can't move my mouse. Okay, like so I went into this stupid thing. I hate this thing. I swear. Come on, go out. Trying to turn the
StreamYard,
camera off.
figure your
again.
shit out.
It won't move.
StreamYard, figure your shit
Now
out.
I just freaking opened Instagram and yeah, like, what the heck is going on? This thing is crazy.
Jake,
It's
you can hear
spinning.
me, right?
Give us 1 second, guys. This thing is being okay. Okay, I'm back. It was just being stupid. All right. So, I wasn't expecting not great things from this thing because after Wakanda Forever, I was one of the people that wanted to see this character continue, despite people hating on this character. But I really liked her.
Oh, we lost them.
What happened to Joe?
Well,
Damn, Joe. What happened? Maybe. Hey, Jay. You know what I think happened? I think Dimitri hacked into his StreamYard and told him that I'm going to MIT. Dimitri hacked into StreamYard. Dimitri, I get it. You're going to MIT, but why did you hack Joe's?
yeah, why just take Joe to MIT with you?
Dimitri hacked him, bro. You hacked him, bro. I think Dimitri got him through. Yeah, I hope Joe doesn't hear what I just said. I hope he doesn't hear this.
Oh my god. Oh.
But Jake, what do you think about Ironheart before he comes back?
Oh, here we go. Here he is.
Dimitri hacked your StreamYard, Joe? Is that what's going on here? Did Dimitri hack your StreamYard? I think he did. I think Dimitri hacked him.
Sorry about that. Freaking.
Yeah,
StreamYard-
Dimitri hacked your StreamYard.
Dimitri hacked him. Yeah, he got through.
I don't know why it's being such a dick, but it's being annoying. But so yeah, so we're talking about Ironheart. Sorry guys. But yeah, so Ironheart. I went into this show. I've heard a lot of mixed things. A lot of people are like, "Oh, it's not gonna be good because this character's black and blah 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 this," and nobody really liked her in Wakanda Forever. But I liked her. I thought it had potential. And one of the things that they were hyping the show up on was the fact that we were finally, after WandaVision jerked us off so much with the fact that, hey, we got Mephisto coming. Nothing with Mephisto. Nothing with Mephisto and Agatha. We got a little tease of it, but nothing.
And then we finally get him in Ironheart.
Which we're gonna talk about in a minute. Wait, Phase 5 wasn't Agatha Phase 5?
Oh shit. I can't remember.
Okay, we'll give our thoughts on Agatha in a minute. Then I feel like Agatha was also Phase 5.
Yeah, I keep forgetting.
Finished Agatha.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Phase 5 is so forgettable when it comes to it.
I finished it. I thought it was all right. We'll leave it at that. I don't have to say a lot. But so we can talk more about it when Vision Quest stuff. When we have to talk about Vision Quest for New York Comic Con stuff, so we got some news about Vision Quest. But we'll dive into that in the New York Comic Con section. But yeah, so we're on Echo. So not Echo. Sorry, we did Echo. Ironheart. We're on Ironheart. So we finally got to see Mephisto, which we're gonna talk about because he doesn't debut until the very end. But we're gonna talk about it. But we did get this other character from the comics that people are big fans of that's connected to Mephisto. And one of the hype things for me, one of the things I was looking forward to this show was seeing the Hood finally in the MCU. And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I like how they utilize the Hood. They picked this incredible actor from the Bad Boys, the last two Bad Boys films, which I thought was great. The action scenes in this show are surprisingly good. A lot of people took issues with it. There are some writing issues. I do also like that this show, Thunderbolts did a great job of showing anxiety and depression. This show handles grief in a very real way, and I don't think that I was expecting that. So
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I thought a lot of the stuff was good. I like Riri's character. I'm not a huge fan of the plot line of Riri like being so smart, but then she's running out of money, so she thinks she has to commit crimes to go and like make her college tuition and stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not the worst thing. But yeah, I think a lot of this stuff started out very promising, very good. I don't have bad things to say about Ironheart. I think it's pretty solid. I think the thing that won me over the show the most is the ending. That when we finally see Mephisto, Sacha Baron Cohen, who we had known for months was going to play him, does a great job and has an incredible scene with Riri in this show. He's probably the highlight of the show for me. I like some of the gangster stuff in the early episodes as well, but I really like the Riri stuff and the Mephisto tease for the future. If I had to score this series, I would give Ironheart. I think I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's very good. I think people are too mean to it, but I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to seeing Riri again. I do think that one of my favorite things about this show is how they combined the idea of magic and technology combining. And I really hope that what they did in Ironheart plays into Doomsday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that's going to be a crucial thing with Doom. And I know that she didn't know Tony Stark, but I really hope that Doom kind of picks on Riri. Because Riri's going to be, if Riri shows up, I think Riri was announced to be in Doomsday, right?
I think
What happened, Jake?
I'm not sure.
Your mic just turned down. What happened?
My mic turned down. What?
Yeah, you were super quiet for a minute.
Yeah, you were super quiet for a second, Jake. I'm not gonna lie, you were.
So you're saying it didn't? You're saying you don't know if she was confirmed for it yet?
I don't think so. No.
I hope they confirm her eventually, because if she's in it, it'd be really interesting to see. Because I know Doom. If you guys know your lore, Doom hates Mephisto. So
Okay.
if Doom finds out that Riri's working for him. Also, I'm working on a video about this since I'm getting back to this podcast has got me hyped to make MCU videos again. We lost Jake. One of the things I'm hyped about, and I have a theory about this, Chosen. The reason why they introduced Mephisto and Ironheart is I think they have set up the perfect way to bring Ghost Rider into the MCU now.
Oh, really?
Okay.
And I have a theory. I have a theory that either the new Ghost Rider they introduce or in Secret Wars, I think because we're going to tie into Midnight Suns, I think Nicolas Cage will come back in Secret Wars, and Nicolas Cage is going to mentor the new Ghost Rider, and they're going to and we're going to get a storyline connected to Midnight Suns, where I think the villain for Midnight Suns, and they haven't teased it yet, they haven't confirmed it yet, but I think the Midnight Suns villain will be Mephisto. So when we finally get Blade and all these other characters, I think that our heroes will turn against Mephisto and Ironheart. Because Ironheart's going to be forced to work for Mephisto, but I think that we're going to have to deal with agents of Mephisto, and it's going to be a big war. But Ghost Rider's going to be the one that starts that war. Because I think Ghost Rider has now broken free of... Because here's my theory, right? If you guys remember the lore of the last time we saw Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, he was given a new mantle. Do you guys remember what his new mantle was?
What?
When we last saw Ghost Rider, he does not have orange flames or yellow flames anymore. He's got blue flames. Because he, just like in the comics, is now just like the name of the movie that wasn't very good. He is the Spirit of Vengeance. And the second movie was all about him going against Mephisto and breaking the vow that they set up. He's no longer the Devil's Bounty Hunter. Now it seems like what's her name? Now it seems like Riri is the bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And there'll probably be others. So I would love. I think there's a couple candidates for who should be the new Ghost Rider, but I'm going to throw 2 names out there that I think could be new Ghost Rider that I think should team up alongside Nicolas Cage. So we do need Nicolas Cage back in Secret Wars. Especially because everybody and their mom is going to be in Secret Wars, and Nicolas Cage was supposed to be both in Multiverse of Madness, and he was supposed to be in Deadpool and Wolverine, but he didn't get to be in it. So they got to bring him back in Secret Wars. We need Wesley Snipes back. We need him and Toby. We need all the OG 2000s heroes in Secret Wars. We got to get it. So Nicolas Cage mentoring. I think the new Ghost Rider is going to be played by, and Underground's going to lose his shit when I tell him this. Well, actually, there's 3 people. We either need to get Keanu Reeves as Ghost Rider, or we need to get Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider since he's already tied to Disney now because of the Star Wars movie, or we need to get Norman Reedus, who is just in John Wick, from The Walking Dead, because I know everyone wants Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider. You guys like my picks for MCU Ghost Rider?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite candidate of those choices? Who do you want to see the most?
I'd love to see Norman Reedus.
I think Norman Reedus is the pick too. I think Norman Reedus would be killer as Ghost Rider. Dude, him and Nick Cage would be crazy. You know what I really hope? You know what I really hope, and I hope, and we'll talk about this when we talk about Fantastic Four in a minute. You guys have seen the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent movie, right?
Yeah.
Bro, I need Nick Cage to share a scene with Reed in Secret Wars. I need to have them joke with each other. It'd be so good. But yeah, so
have you seen Paddington 2 yet?
So my thoughts on Ironheart, I liked it. Jake, you have any final thoughts on Ironheart?
No, not really.
We're done with Ironheart. Is it Fantastic Four next now?
Yeah.
All right. Chosen, you want to start? Chosen's on mute.
Okay, I'm back. Okay.
Fantastic Four. Let's go.
Okay. I enjoyed this movie a lot. You know, I know a lot of people before the movie came out, they were kind of like 50-50 on it. Like, they're worried that this movie wasn't going to work. But I thought it was a great movie. I think Reed Richards, Pedro, did a really good job playing that character. I'm surprised he did, because I thought he would
a lot of people
were
people didn't think he was going to be good.
And then obviously Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, great casting choice. I think she played a really good role for Sue Storm. I think that character was really well done in this movie. Obviously Human Torch, of course, my boy Eddie from Sharing Things. He did a really good job as, honestly, Johnny Storm. Let's go, fire, bro, fire. Anyways, yeah, he was great. And then
can we talk? One second. I just remembered something I wanted to add. 1 second. You know what I just realized? In July of next year, we will have 3 Stranger Things actors in the MCU.
Oh,
David Harbour.
Yep.
Eddie. Joseph Quinn, and then now we're gonna get Sadie Sink. That also, Jake, I'm working on a big Sadie Sink video about Spider-Man. That's probably also gonna come out tonight. That we're gonna talk about in the later section when we get done talking about when we talk about the next MCU projects that we're looking forward to. Because after we get done with this, we're going to talk about the rest of phase. After we get done with phase 5, we're going to rank anticipated phase 6 remaining projects, and then into phase 7 a little bit.
Yeah, we don't
Pretty
know
cool,
much
right?
we don't know much about projects for phase 6 other than Brand Day, Secret Wars, or Doomsday.
Well, we also have Born Again and the Punisher special added on that list as well.
Oh yeah,
they come out next year.
That's true.
And we have Vision Quest. We have Wonder Man. We still have quite a bit of stuff to look forward to.
Yeah, I think Marvel next year at Comic-Con, they've got to go all out.
I think they're going to pop off next year. I think they've sat out. I think Kevin Feige, as much as I hate him, I think he learned from Superman that they're going to come out and go crazy. In fact, you want to know something crazy? Oh, keep going on Fantastic Four, Chosen. We'll talk about it in a minute. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Keep going, because we're on Fantastic Four now.
Sorry,
okay, so one more question. Okay, and then the thing I'm kind of disappointed with. I think it was a big letdown. I think that's my biggest. I feel like they should have a lot more with this character because
I think the casting was peak for this movie. I think that the Thing, they didn't do a great job with the Thing.
I agree. I think they had some perfection. We should do more than. obviously Galactus, the villain, bro. Galactus was such a
The fact we
menace
finally saw
to-
Galactus was great. The fact we finally saw Galactus done justice, I think, was fantastic.
Like you can feel like you could feel his presence when he was in this New York City, bro. And you can actually feel his presence. It was so good. And then Silver Surfer, the female version, I thought she was great in this movie. I love her character. And then obviously, you know, I love the visuals, everything about it. The director, whoever directed this movie, he did a really good job with the visuals, especially in the second act of the movie when they're in space. And obviously the first act was great. The second act was even better, and the third act was pretty good. But yeah, overall, I thought this movie was great. Obviously the mid-credit scene, bro. Oh my god, bro. Mid-credit scene, bro. Doom, my boy Doom. We're Doom, guys. You know. We're
Yep.
Doom to this guy. Anyways, but yeah, my only problem is the way they handle the thing. I think that's my only issue with the movie. I will give it like a. I still think Thunderbolts is a better movie, but I'm gonna give it an 8.3. I think 8.3 for this
Yeah,
one.
I think that's kind of where I'm at too. 8.3 is pretty good. Yeah, my take on it is, I think, and I've said this to Jake, and I've said it when we play Marvel Rivals. I'll continue to say it. One of the best things about this movie, and I know people hate on it for this because we're in a world where apparently we have too many grifters that hate on women. Sue Storm is one of the best females in the MCU, and she is currently the best female hero in the MCU. And I
Yeah.
believe not only she's super well written, Vanessa Kirby cooked with this character. I thought she did absolutely amazing. Like I said, I have good things to say about Pedro's Reed. I think Pedro's Reed was great. So I think all those characters are great. I think they're standouts. I like what they do with Johnny. I do wish. I think they have a great actor, but similar to the Thing, I needed to see a little more from Joseph Quinn in this movie. I just feel like
I respect that.
they went for the serious vibe with him. I wanted him to be more funny, like with Chris Evans. I want more of that, like, because I know he really wants to team up with Spider-Man. I need that bantering Johnny. I need the Johnny to be a lot more.
I thought it was kind of funny that he kept on going back to Silver Surfer.
Yeah, no, that
kept
was
on
funny.
flirting with
I mean,
her.
because they kept doing because that's what he does. Like we love that, but I needed more. I needed to see that flirty, like I need to see that. And I know they said why they didn't do it. If we're gonna get the Clobbering Time reference, we needed the Flame On, man. You can't have a Fantastic Four movie and not do the Flame On. It just
Doomsday.
to me.
Doomsday's the perfect choice.
What do you
I
say,
think Doomsday-
Chosen?
I said Doomsday is the perfect choice to do it.
I mean, I hope they do it then. What I really hope happens is I hope that because we're probably gonna even though they keep trying to hide it, I'm really hoping that that evil Captain America looks at Joseph Quinn. Like I'm really hoping they do a scene. Yeah, like I really hope he's like Flame On. Like he just looks at it like what?
Yeah,
like
that'd be funny.
you remember
Chris Evans
Chris,
just-
like you.
Sorry, go ahead.
Like you remember Chris Evans in that movie Free Guy when he sees Ryan Reynolds wielding the Captain America shield. Like oh my god, that shit would be so crazy. But no, so I love that. So I love what they do with Galactus. Perfect actor for Galactus. They finally nailed Galactus. The Doom end credit scene, chef's kiss. Oh yes, and I loved it. I wish they wouldn't have cut the other villains from the beginning of the movie. I love my boy Stingray as Mole Man. That was awesome. I got to see more Mole Man. I think that stuff was cool. Like I said, my issues are. I think the Thing, they should have dialed in more emotion as him, and they should have made him a better role. And he needs to, like, in the fight against Galactus, he didn't do a lot. If you're gonna say clobbering time, like in Marvel Rivals, you gotta see him clobbering up on some people. He needed more fight scenes. And well, I love what they do with Pedro. I think we needed to see Reed use his powers more. I feel like Reed didn't use his powers enough in the movie, and I think that was kind of a downside. What'd you say, Jake?
Nothing.
I thought you had something to say, so it was like you said hang on or something. Were you getting a text from your girl?
No.
Oh, what was
Are
it?
you sure? Are you sure?
Go ahead. Keep moving.
Okay. So yeah, so I just really feel like it's a great movie. My two nitpicks are the stuff with Johnny and Reed and the stuff with with the Thing. But I still give it an 8.3 out of 10. I think Chosen's absolutely right. I think it's a great movie. It's the best Fantastic Four movie we've had so far, for sure. But I do think a sequel could definitely play up, make this movie even better. In fact, I already have a pitch for the sequel, and I hope that they do my pitch for the sequel, because I think the sequel will be better than the first one because of who the villain will be for the sequel.
Jake.
Do you know what happened to Jake? Do you know what the plan is for the sequel, Chosen?
Hold on.
What
I
is
got a
the
text
plan, Joe?
message.
From your girlfriend?
Not saying anything. Not answering that.
Yo, Jake, why did you turn off
So-
the camera? That's kind of suspicious.
I got a text message on my phone.
So
No, Jake is blushing, guys. He's
So-
blushing.
So my pitch for the sequel, and it's mostly because of the lore of Marvel Rivals. I think in the second movie, you should do a Sue Malice storyline, especially with everything they're setting up with Doom. I think Sue should be the villain in the sequel.
I agree. I
Yeah.
think we perfect.
I think that would be awesome. Yeah, I love this movie. You got final thoughts on Fantastic Four, Jake?
I also really love Franklin in this movie. The fact that
Franklin's great.
the fact that, by the way, spoilers for the movie, by the way, guys, you guys haven't seen it. The fact in the final battle when she gets basically killed, and then when Franklin gets close to her and starts crying, that revives her. That was crazy.
Yeah, man, that was insane.
By the way, guys, speaking of,
I agree. I thought that was.
I was trying to look for a tier list with all the villains, like all of them, like in total, and I
can't
can't
find
find a
them?
list. I can't find a list.
That's okay.
Okay, if you can't find a list, we'll do it we'll rank them without the tier list, because I know all the villains in my head. I have it in my head, so we can do it without the list. We can make our own list,
Oh, so
because I know who all the worst villains in the MCU are, and then I know who all the best ones are.
yeah, we could say like what's the worst ones and what's
Just-
the best one.
I'm saving that for later though, because it's going to be a long thing, and we have other topics to get into. But we're
Yeah.
almost done with Phase 5 projects, and then we're going to do our ranking for anticipation for the next
I
project.
think the last one is Marvel Zombie. Is that the last one?
Yeah,
Oh,
Marvel Zombies, and I don't think
Marvel
everyone. Okay, I will say this. Okay, I know Jake has not seen Marvel Zombies. There was Eyes of Wakanda as well, but I've not seen Eyes of Wakanda, so I'll watch that soon, and we'll cover that on the next show. But what I will say is, I will give a non-spoiler review for Marvel Zombies, since I know I have seen it, and I'll share my thoughts.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Marvel Zombies is one of those shows where I feel like we've gone in the MCU. We kind of flip flop from being really good to Fantastic Four. I feel like the MCU was back and it was peak. But now seeing Marvel Zombies again, I'm reminded that the MCU still needs saving. So my thing on Marvel Zombies is there's some really cool ideas in this show. I love that, unlike Echo, they don't pull their punches on the violence, but there's some concepts in here that just Marvel, Kevin, when they write their plans, first issue with this is, I like season 1 and 2 of What If, but the animation style for What If, they should have done different animation, like 97 animation, or better made animation, because honestly, the What If animation just, it ain't it, bro. It just isn't what it should be. Things I love about this is, I love that we get to see Shang-Chi in this, but I'm not a fan of how they utilize his character in it, but it was cool to see him. My MVP of this entire series is something that What If failed on, was doing new and exciting concepts with different characters. What I love about this show is, since it's technically a What If sequel, I love Blade Moon Knight, bro. The fact that if the MCU is smart, they will adapt Mahershala Ali's Blade with the same finesse and epicness that they do with Moon Knight Blade in here, because Blade Knight in here, and we're getting a Blade Knight skin in Marvel Rivals soon. Can't wait. is MVP, bro. He's incredible. There's just a couple of concepts, and they're not spoilers because I think a lot of people know from the trailers what I'm gonna say. So first of all, Spidey's peak in this. I love what they do with Spidey. They give him an incredibly brutal moment. Moon Knight's Blade's peak. A lot of cool stuff like that. They even give Blade a comedic moment that I was not expecting in here because the Marvel Zombies is so dark. It's cool to see some comedy. Zemo's in here. Zemo's pretty good. I thought he had some good comedy bits. I like how once again we have another product that puts a big spotlight on Kamala. But ultimately, this project has too many weak points, so it is a lower tier project for me. And I'm going to make an individual review tonight. My biggest issue with it is once again, and I knew they were going to do this because they introduced it in What If. I hate that even though she's a zombie, I hate that we're back to doing Scarlet Witch as the villain again, because Spikey just needs to let it die. Like, for instance, for you guys who've seen the trailers, so Wanda is the zombie queen, right? But in the trailers, the better zombie in this thing, I wish Zombie Namor was just the main villain, because at least would have been interesting. Because Evil Wanda just doesn't sell. It's not working. Zombie or not. Like, I know people are so excited about that skin in Marvel Rivals, but Multiverse of Madness proved you can't make Evil Wanda work, and we'll talk about that in the ranking for villains, because she's in there too, and we're going to talk about her. But I just felt that I don't know, it had some good things, but it had some misses. For me, I give Marvel Zombies a 6.5 out of 10. It started like it had some good things, but then it had some mediocre things as well. And I'm not trying to spoil it for Jake because I don't want Jake to get spoiled until he watches it, but I'll keep it brief. Chosen, have you watched Marvel Zombies?
No, but I know about it.
All right, so I think this is our last Phase 5 project.
Yeah, we could talk about the New York thing.
So now we got to talk about New York Comic Con? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Oh, you haven't seen it yet, Underground? Okay. I might have to back out so I can see
Chosen,
this.
did you send me the trailer, Chosen?
Well, I don't think so.
Hold on, Joe.
Send me the trailer because me and Jake need to watch the full version.
Here, Joe, I'll send it to you through text because I got it here.
I know
I'll watch it on my phone. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to mute
We'll
myself
break
so I
down
can
New York
watch.
Comic Con. We'll talk about everything Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I'm going to be on mute for a minute when Jake sends me the trailer. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, I got it. I sent it.
I know it's not in the best quality because it's not obviously
All
on
right,
YouTube,
so
but
let me just mute everybody here so that I can hear the audio better. There you go. Here, you know what? I'm actually just gonna leave here just because for some reason it's not. I'll come back in a couple minutes when I finish the trailer.
See, there's things I hadn't seen in there yet. But now I saw the things I needed to see. So when Jake gets back, we're gonna dive into this right now because we have other things to talk about from New York Comic Con. But we got a lot of Born Again Season 2 news to talk about because not only do we have the trailer, but we got information from the actual showrunner and from the president of TV. And you know what I was gonna tell you? The president of TV, the president of TV for Marvel, he should be the actual MCU president of everything instead of Kevin. Because if you listen to like how he talks about Season 3 in Born Again Season 1, it's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna dive into this trailer, and then we're gonna talk about the comments that we know information.
Okay.
You have something to say, Chosen?
So I'm guessing you already saw the trailer, right?
Yes.
Can I join? Oh yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
Give Underground a link. Give Underground a link.
yeah.
So we can join us.
I'm looking at
Oh yeah, here. Hold up.
So we're gonna dive into this. So we. Oh, what happened? Oh, my thing. I need to charge my thing real quick. Where's my thing? My charger. I gotta grab my charging cord. Oh.
I'm not afraid of Silver coming up anyway. So there you go. I'm not afraid
We'll be
of him.
fine. We know when it's him. We know what Underground's picture looks like. Silver can't mock anything that we can see. We can tell because Underground should still show his mod icon. Okay. So like we're gonna talk about the trailer, and then after the trailer, we have some new information that I'm even gonna do a video about. We have some new information about the overall plot, as well as teases from the showrunner. And I was just telling Chosen that if you go back to the interview of Born Again, when Born Again was coming out, Jake, there's proof that the showrunner of Born Again, and even the president of all Marvel TV, could be the actual president of all of Marvel and not Kevin Feige. Because bro, this dude got me hyped in Season 1. He's getting people hyped about Season 2, but he couldn't talk about Season 2 because Season 2 involves a lot with what happened in Season 1, so he wanted to prevent spoilers, right? But you know what he talked about? He starts saying, I'm already planning Season 3 in my head, and that's when he starts talking about doing the hand, and the way he talks with the hand and understanding the lore, I'm like, bro, I got a video coming out that Marvel Rivals gave me the best pitch idea for why, well, Season 2 is going to be peak, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Season 3 is going to be, if it's possible, more peak. Because after we get done with talking about Season 2, yeah, go ahead, Chosen.
I mean, it's crazy enough because they already greenlit Season 3 and they're already writing the third season already.
Yep, and we got to talk about Season 3 because we're going to talk Season 3 a little bit when we talk about after we've talked about the trailer breakdown. We're going to talk about Season 3 because we have some teasers about Season 3 that are out there. Like, number one, the thing that we have to talk about is that before New York Comic Con, we got a very surprising character return that I'm doing a video on tonight that you guys are going to be very happy about. And this video is long overdue. But, so this trailer, so I've watched it, I've seen the edits that, so I wanted to clarify shows, I watched a couple other people talk about it. So you're right, it seemed like someone else leaked the trailer online, and then Christian Ritter reposted it because she was so hyped. And Christian Ritter, and we'll talk about this more after we talk about the trailer, but Christian Ritter, after the trailer, gave us some big teases about her character that we got to talk about, which is pretty big. So, the trailer. So, we start this trailer. I'm just going to say, I told you guys when we were talking about Born Again Season 1, this trailer is only a low-quality trailer, and we had low-quality trailers for Season 1, but based on this trailer, and I'm sure, Chosen, do you think when we get the big trailer, when it's properly released to hype up the show, do you think that they'll release a different trailer, or you think we're going to get this one just for quality?
I think we'll get, you know what, they're going to do the same thing what Season 1 did. I think we'll get the same one, but they're going to show a lot more scenes. I think it's going to be extended. We'll see a lot more scenes in this one.
And even more extended than the stuff that they had in this trailer, right?
Yeah, like a lot more stuff in this one.
Makes sense.
Okay, cool. So this trailer, we get some very big teasers. So the first thing we got to talk about is, we're seeing, we have concrete information now, as we knew from the set photos and stuff, that Karen and Matt are getting back together, which is huge. We see them
Yeah.
dancing in the trailer. We see them actually start to kiss, but then they get interrupted, which is by an explosion, which is crazy. So there's a lot in this trailer for this just being like a shorter trailer. First, this trailer, as much as I love Born Again Season 1, this feels like we're getting the Netflix Daredevil vibes back. Like,
Oh
the
my
fact that you
God.
hear the music in this trailer is crazy. And of course, we've made a lot of noise for Christian Ritter's return in season we made news about when they broke the news about Christian Ritter returning for season 2, but this trailer puts her front and center in the best way. And first thing we got to talk about is when she enters the trailer, Matt is in the church again, which he wasn't in season 1, and I'm assuming he's in the church because there's 2 theories I heard about him being in the church. 1, he's still probably upset over Foggy, and 2, now also guys, even though this is a leaked trailer, I will be doing a trailer breakdown video, but I'm probably just going to use the short. I'm either going to do a discussion where I don't show the trailer footage and just talk about it, or I'll do like just the little short version of it. You know what I mean, Chosen?
Yes.
But I will do a video alongside what we talk about here. So I love the fact. So I think that he's either in the church because of Foggy, but I also noticed that he's in his Matt Murdock clothes again, but he looks like he's bloodied up in his outfit, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I think as
see
Matt
that.
Murdock, after with Foggy, I think Matt Murdock got into another classic fight as himself instead of Daredevil in this scene. And I'm sure we'll see that in the opening episode. But so I think we got into another fight. So when we talked about with Fantastic Four, how Sue is the best MCU female character, but you know what? I'm going to say something crazy, Chosen. Now that we're talking about my favorite characters in all of Marvel. Well, Sue is probably one of the best written characters we've ever had, and the one that everyone can relate to, that we love. My favorite female in Marvel, ever since the Netflix days, because I'm one of those people that, as much as people glaze the Infinity Saga, my favorite part of Marvel has always been since the Netflix days. I talked to Underground about this during the watch parties. I love Street Level Marvel is my favorite Marvel. It is my favorite Marvel, more than any of the other Marvel. Because I love Marvel. Everyone always says Marvel has to be jokey, lighthearted, all the different things. And the fact that Marvel could go so dark in Punisher, Daredevil, Defenders, Luke Cage, that just, like Thanos says, this does put a smile on my face. So one of the things I love about Christian Ritter as Jessica Jones, the Jessica Jones series, except for the last season, Jessica Jones is probably my favorite female Marvel character right now. Because what I love about her is not only is she a powerhouse, but I love that she just rage baits Matt so hard, and it's so funny. So I love the scene, because if you watch the scene in this trailer, when she walks up on Matt's face, if you watch the trailer, she's like, oh, he's like, oh God, not her again, because you know that she's gonna rage bait him about his horns again, right? Like, I love the scene in Defenders when Matt puts on his red suit again, back from Daredevil season 2, and he goes, and she's like, really? Horns? The scarf looks better. Like, oh my God. Just her rage baiting him is so good. So I can't wait for the rage baiting. But also, Christian Ritter teased alongside this trailer, she teased that we do see a couple glimpses in the trailer. We have not seen her in a long time, but she looks like, because these shows were all canceled, she looks just as good as the day we lost her, man. She looks incredible. She gets a fight scene of this trailer where she is literally throwing down with the anti-vigilante task force, and she's like, you guys can't handle me. Like, I'm super strong. She's throwing boxes and shit at them, and I'm like, yes, peak Jessica Jones, let's go. Like, I can't wait. Jessica Jones in this thing gets me hyped, bro. Like, it gets me hyped. It's incredible. I love what we're seeing here. So that's one of the biggest highlights is Jessica being back. They put her front and center. And Christian Ritter had said that in this new season, well, we don't know about the other Defenders, but we do get hints of it when we will talk about it in the section. We have to talk about the discussion, because we did get news from the actual cast and writers as well. We'll talk about that after the trailer. But so one of the other big things that we got to talk about here is the fact that Christian Ritter herself said after this trailer, Jessica Jones gets a lot of fight scenes in this new season. Well, it is a Daredevil show. You get a lot of she's going to get a lot of standout fights.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We have to do a Jessica Jones watch party here soon. Oh, for sure. Oh, I love your new name, Underground. I love the Beyond the Rivals. That's
Let's
great.
go.
Yeah.
Joe,
So we're yep.
speaking of that, like going like obviously in the trailer, we also see a shot where I think it's like Daredevil fighting where the last time we saw Punisher like locked up in the cage where Adam.
Yeah, so we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that next. So then after the Jessica Jones stuff we get in the trailer, which I'm hyped to see Jessica. Matt's wearing his new suit, and I'm gonna tell you this. I did a ranking a long time ago when Spider-Man From My Neighborhood came out. I will be doing another Daredevil suit ranking tonight, an updated version. Because I believe, as much as I have a lot of praise to say about the Born Again suit, because I love the red, and it's probably the most accurate red, everyone knows there's only one way to have the most complete Daredevil suit. And that is the double Ds. The double Ds. And I'm sorry, bro. This new Daredevil suit is the best fucking Daredevil suit we have ever gotten. And even though the trailer only teases it, the set photos, bro, I swear Peter Parker was taking the set photos, man. And you look at some of those, Chosen, do you have those photos on the on your thing somewhere so you can pull them up
Let me
for the
see.
stream?
Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I hope.
So otherwise I can grab them.
I just hope streamer doesn't lag down, you know. But okay.
Cause you guys gotta see it, man. Like these pictures where this Daredevil, because I think these set photos. What's crazy about the filming of Born Again is I think the cast of Daredevil. I think Daredevil is the one project that Marvel purposely wants things leaking out for because they want Marvel fans to eat good. Daredevil is the only show that I think that Marvel has that I think is like Marvel trying to stand up and do their own thing and still be successful while DC's kind of cooking over on their own end. Because I think they're really cooking something special here. Did you find it, Chosen?
Yeah. Not yet. Hold on. You guys keep
Wait,
talking.
bro,
I'll find it.
I feel like you look at these pictures. When you look at these pictures, you just feel like, bro, Peter Parker took these pictures. Because when I see this suit, man, all I go is, you smell that? Somebody cooked here, bro. Like, just literally
Oh my god.
inhale that aura. But just inhale it. Like,
I forgot to
come
delete
on, bro. I'm tired. That when I'm looking at this
Forgot to
suit?
delete the link.
bro, I'm not lying to you. When we get to Spider-Man, when we get to Spider-Man Brand New Day, which we're going to talk about later in this stream, if we get Daredevil in that suit next to Spider-Man in his new suit, my life will be complete, bro. Like, I might just have to start doing MCU character suits ranking, not just Daredevil, because some of these suits, bro, oh my god.
And
The new Punisher suit that we're getting, the new Spidey suit.
Sorry.
Go ahead, it's your turn, Jake.
The fact that they're finally giving
We're waiting
the M.
for you, boss.
I'm the fact that they're finally giving Tom Holland Spider-Man raised webbing is awesome.
By the way, I'm sharing my screen, guys.
Yeah, dude, it was about time.
Here you go, Joe.
Yeah, oh, you got the picture to share?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Yep.
Bro, put it
Yep,
on the
yeah.
screen, Jake.
Yep, it's right. It's already here.
Bro, when you look at this, guys, watch this. Oh, it's loading for me. I'm waiting to see. Oh, bro, see, that's the entertainment photo. Look at that, double D's, baby, and this mask, this fucking cowl, dude. If this Daredevil was coming into Gotham City against Batman, I think even Batman would shit his pants. Like, you see this shit? Look at this shit. You smell that? Oh, inhale that aura. And you know what's great about this scene? If you look at this picture, look where this is. He's in the church here. Because in this photo,
Oh yeah.
This is the red lighting that they use in the church in the trailer. So we'll keep that up on this. What do the comments say here? So it says first look Daredevil, Born Again season 2. I can't see what they're saying there. It says visually
Okay,
well
this
written,
okay.
way better than
You want me to say, Joe?
yeah.
This better be visually and written way better than season 1, bro. That's what he said.
Oh, it will be. So yeah, so let's go. So we got this on the screen. So let's talk about that scene in the trailer. So in the set photos we've seen, we were revealed to the suit. And I found out something recently that nobody didn't know. Did you guys hear that Charlie Cox is probably the best Marvel actor right now because he, unlike Kevin Feige and his strategy, he wants things to leak out. When they put him in this suit to hype fans up, you know what he said when they were filming for Born Again?
What?
What?
He said, make sure that you paparazzis, make sure you guys take lots of pictures of me in the suit because I want everybody to see the double D's. Like he was like trying to hype. He should be the promotion manager for Marvel because he's literally like, hey, yeah, everybody needs to know my suit's fucking peak, bro. Like it's crazy. See, I saw something in the private chat on answer. Ben Affleck, I'm sorry. Your Daredevil doesn't have a chance against Charlie Cox. Bro, imagine if in Secret Wars they meet and they fight. One of them, who's going to be the best Daredevil, just like shows up.
Yo, Joe.
Okay, so yeah, like literally.
Yeah,
By the way, Joe, can I say one thing real quick?
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
You know
I want
in
to hear
this
what Jake
scene
has to say. Give me.
Never mind. Just let Chosen go ahead.
You know what's interesting about
Go,
this
Chosen.
shot right here, this image right here, when you were mentioning? I think this is where he actually teams up with Bullseye.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that in a minute because we're still going through the trailer. So we're talking about. So Chosen made a great point. And I'll mention this in my breakdown. If you look at, even though it's not a good quality trailer, where Daredevil is fighting the anti-vigilante task force, is the same place where, in his new suit, he's fighting the task force. You could have kept it up, Chosen.
Yeah.
Because we're still talking about Daredevil. But that's okay. But where he's fighting the task force, it's the same place where Fisk and the swordsman from season 1 were in the cage. So even though we saw Punisher escape part of the prison, that tells me that we're gonna get, even though he's not been announced for the season because he's a season regular, I think even though he's not in this trailer, I think Punisher will be a big part of season 2. And I think the thing that's really crazy is I think Frank Castle is going to be, and we'll talk about this with Brand New Day, because the writer gave comments on this. I think they're going to use Punisher to be the gateway character that connects the three characters between Daredevil, Spider-Man, and Punisher are all kind of connected in this situation. Because Punisher is out of all three of those characters, Punisher appears in the most projects of that stuff. Because we have Punisher in, we're gonna get Punisher in the special presentation, which I heard might come out in May, and it sounds like we're gonna get. That's interesting because in March we'll get Born Again. So we'll get Punisher in Born Again. Then we'll get him in. Then we're gonna get him in the Punisher special. Then we're gonna get him in Brand New Day. So that's crazy.
2026 is going to be the year of Punisher.
Inhale that aura. No, you know what I gotta do? Jake, I got a better one. Are you ready? No, wait. No, wait. Just like go crazy. But no, man, like it's gonna be insane. So with this, I think that Daredevil is gonna build his army out of the team, the vigilantes that we rescue from the from the prison that we're put in season 1. So you're gonna get in this fight. They're focusing on Daredevil saving people, but I guarantee you're gonna see like Daredevil liberating these dudes, and they're all gonna start fighting the task force together. Don't you think, Chosen?
Yeah, I think so.
Anybody have any more? Also, I know something else about this scene that's very important, and from the trailer, and they don't show it enough. But I noticed it because this is a prison, and that prison's pretty big, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know why they showed? You know why when they edited this trailer together, they chose that scene to show in the trailer?
Yeah.
because Daredevil's fighting in a hallway.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it looks like it.
Did you notice that? Did you notice that, Chosen?
Yeah, it is. Actually, it is a hallway because I did rewatch the scene in season 1. There's a big hallway in the prison area.
And
Yeah,
I
looks
told,
like it.
and I bet you anything. I bet you this trailer only glimpses that. I bet the actual scene's going to be way more crazy. And one thing that I noticed that's going to be even crazier about this is we've said for a long time that Daredevil's real superpower is the god of hallways, man. He literally just tears up every hallway he's in. But
Oh yeah.
so I think this is crazy. I love how he fights in the suit. I love that we're fighting the task force still. We're getting the hype going. We got Jessica Jones in here. We got Karen in here, and Karen and Matt are going incognito. You're seeing a lot of that play into the trailer. Some other big moments to bring up. You know, we have a great scene of Fisk. Basically, Fisk is in the trailer, of course, and he's laughing. But then and it looks like he's reacting to someone kind of trying to do a smear campaign against him. But we also are introduced to in this trailer, we see Matthew Lillard's character in the first time in this trailer. And Matthew Lillard's character is confirmed to be a character called Mr. Charles. And Mr. Charles is going to be Fisk's rival, but also Daredevil's rival.
Yeah.
So he's the new
damn.
antagonist. Now, I have a theory. I'm going to do a video about this. I have a theory that Matthew Lillard's character, that they're only teasing him as this one political rival, but it says he's an antagonist. I think he's going to be a big part of this season, and I think there's a big reveal with him. Because I think that this is going to turn into... Because Matthew Lillard, you know, this is the best Ghostface. This is Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. This is the big bad guy from Five Nights at Freddy. You gotta make Matthew Lillard a horror movie-focused villain. And I did a video that popped off a while ago when Born Again came out. I don't know if you guys remember. But I think we're getting Mr. Fear in Season 2. I think that Matthew Lillard, Mr. Charles, that's just alias. I think he's Mr. Fear. And I think Mr. Fear is going to torment Matt with Foggy's death.
Also, Joe, another thing about Mr. Fear that I didn't notice, when I was rewatching the season 1 finale, I don't know if you noticed, at the end of the episode, you know what Matt says? He says one word.
What?
Fear. He says fear. Why would they put that word? Why would
Well, it makes sense. I mean, he's the man without fear.
And now we got Mr. Fear.
They might be teasing it because it would make sense. It would definitely make sense, especially with they said that the actor for Foggy is going to play into Season 2 a bit despite being dead. I do still think they might pull a fast one on us. I still say, even though it's not confirmed, because they tried to keep it a secret about the actor, I do want to say, if you listen to the comments that the actor said, there was clarification. At first, the actor that played Foggy said he wasn't in Season 2, and then the showrunner said, "Oh, well, these actors just don't know what they can and can't say." So, I believe that because he's been confirmed and we know he's going to be in flashbacks, do you guys think we're just going to get to see Foggy more used as a mental, kind of a plot device to kind of mess with Matt and show flashbacks? Or do you guys think that Foggy will be... I have two theories for you guys. I'm going to do a video on this. Theory number one, either Foggy was actually... the shot to him was faked, and that he's actually been in witness protection, like what we believe happened in the comics. Or do you guys want to know my other theory?
Mm.
And this will set up Season 3. You guys want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
Foggy did die, but here's the catch. What do we know about Season 3 so far?
The hand.
Yeah, and if the hand's involved, they probably could turn... They probably could turn Foggy into the new Black Sky, and then what they might do is we might get that the Daredevil and Foggy moment of the Cap and Winter Soldier moment. Who the hell is Foggy?
Bro,
Wow.
I've been seeing the memes. I'm like, I could see it. Foggy as the main villain of Season 3, as like the agent of the hand, that would be crazy. So I think we're going to see Foggy back in a big way in season 2.
Damn,
So I think that's pretty crazy. So yes, we get some stuff from Matthew Lillard. Now I want to touch on something that we talked about in the trailer. We start this trailer with Dex in a diner, and you can't see who he's meeting with. But I believe that Dex is always drinking his milkshake. I do think that in this scene, there's a good chance that Bullseye's probably meeting with Karen and Matt, just because they're setting up their alliance. Also, another thing, this show loves visual lighting cues. Another thing to point out to you guys, in the trailer, there's a scene where Matt is extending his hand out to someone, meaning he's going to team up with someone, and the lighting is blue. Chosen and I have deduced that Matt and Bullseye are teaming up in season 2.
It's definitely Bullseye. You could see his gloves, a little bit of his gloves.
Okay.
Like I said, you can see his gloves, and it's the blue lighting. Bullseye's color is blue. It's a temporary alliance, and this has never happened in the comics, but they both have reasons to hate Fisk. It makes sense. Remember,
Yeah.
Fisk is the one
I
that
see
broke
it.
Bullseye's spine the way he is now. So they're teaming up. I've even seen set photos of them like looking auriform, looking insane, looking like they're about to drop the dopest rap album we ever seen. But what I love about this scene, and what I love about the writers of Born Again, is unlike one of my issues with Marvel right now is Marvel in top of Doomsday. They keep wanting to announce all the characters that are going to be in their projects because they think they're hyping up fans, but they're really just giving a gimmick. What I love about Born Again is we know Jessica Jones is coming back. We know that Matt's building an army of vigilantes, right?
Mhm.
But you know what we don't know yet?
Mm.
They have
What?
not announced Mike Coulter or Finn Jones being back for this full-on Defenders team-up, which means that they get the rare opportunity when the show launches. I hope we don't see the other Defenders in any marketing, so that when the show comes out, you're watching like episode 6, and then Luke Cage and Iron Fist show up to team up with Jessica and Matt.
Also, Joe, since
Can you imagine how the internet will break if nothing comes out? Oh, go ahead, Chosen.
No, you can finish, Joe. You can finish. I'll wait.
Chosen, go ahead. I was saying, like, I was asking you guys, like, can you imagine how crazy that would go if nothing leaks out about it and they just show up?
Yeah, like this show.
Yeah,
out of
that'd be
nowhere. You don't even expect it.
crazy.
Joe,
Like,
Well,
we expect them to be in it, but the fact that the studio won't. Go ahead.
No, you can finish. You can finish. I'm gonna wait.
Go ahead,
till you're
Chosen.
done. Yeah, I'll wait.
I finished. No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm finished. Go ahead. I'm done.
In
Go ahead.
the trailer, I didn't think that. I didn't notice at first. You could actually see that Bullseye gets his tooth back. I don't know if you noticed that. He gets his tooth back. Which, you know, my theory is, Joe. I think that he made an offer
What?
with Matt, and Matt somehow, I don't know how he did it. I think Matt somehow gave Bullseye his tooth back.
Where would he get it?
I don't know how he would get it. Maybe some crazy thing happens, but I think that's what's going on here. Because how did Bullseye get his tooth back?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's very interesting. I'm very curious to see how long Bullseye actually teams up with Matt to how they utilize that team up. It's going to be very interesting. And with them being on a team, because of how much shit he talked about him, I really do wonder if we're going to see an actual Punisher and Bullseye meetup.
Also, another thing I did notice at the end of the trailer, I did notice that Daredevil is laughing so psychotically in the end of the show, which makes me think that he beats up someone pretty badly at the end.
Yeah, it seems like he's pretty happy about something. Also, the other big thing we got to talk about that wasn't in the first leaked trailer, one of my favorite things of this scene that I was going to do a video about and reference because it happens in the comics. Bro, I think two things. One, so there's a scene of Fisk doing his own Fight Club and basically becoming a boxer. Now, in the set videos and photos, we know there's an episode where Fisk has to partake in a celebrity boxing match.
Yes.
I have a crazy theory about the finale of this season that's going to blow people away.
Oh wow.
I think, if you notice, the gym where they're holding the boxing arena is where Matt used to train. So Fisk is stepping into Matt's territory.
Yeah. I didn't
So I'm going to
notice
say something crazy because he has a background in boxing. In the season finale, he will be as Daredevil, not Matt Murdock. But we're looking at a Daredevil versus Fisk fight. But this time, instead of Fisk just throwing Daredevil around like a ragdoll, they're going to actually box. And it's going to be in the boxing ring. Like, it's going to go crazy, bro. We're going to get these two in the ring, baby. It's going to be 33 style. Let's go. Oh, dude, I can't wait.
Hear me out. You know what's crazy? If you do that in the finale, I think that will happen. I guarantee that will be like the final fight in the finale.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be, but I do think there's going to be a crazy all-out war fight, too, with the entire task force going against...
I think that'll be before that.
And I don't know if you haven't... it might be before that. I have a theory that we haven't talked about yet that connects the Spider-Man connection. I have a theory that everyone talks about the task force like they're Fisk's #1 army. But you guys want to know something crazy I've been thinking about lately?
Mm-hmm.
I think the task force are phase 1 of Fisk's plan.
Okay.
You guys know what I think phase 2 is?
What's phase 2?
You guys remember the old 90s Spider-Man cartoon?
Yeah.
I think Fisk is going to have... Because I still think Fisk and Val are working together. I think that there's going to be separate versions of Thunderbolts teams that are not our main Thunderbolts that are going to be used as an army and an asset for Fisk.
Okay.
But instead of being like anti-heroes, I think they'll be all villain teams just running around as Thunderbolts.
Okay.
So I think that this army will not stop with just the task force. I think we'll go bigger. But if you guys remember from set photos, another big thing we need to talk about in here that's not revealed in the trailer. Do you guys remember those videos and set photos that came out of Matt in the cave?
Oh, yeah.
I still think when Daredevil said in season 1 that we need an army, I still think Daredevil's coming in like Lord of the Rings: Return of the King in this season, and I think Daredevil will agree to join the Hand in season 2, and so he gets the Hand to help. But in order to do that, he has to agree to lead the Hand, because in the comics, they have an arc where Daredevil and Elektra are both Daredevil, and they own the Hand, like they become the rightful leaders of it.
Yeah.
Did you know that, Underground?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be crazy. Dude, can you imagine just a bunch of red ninjas just jumping up on the task force? Just imagine Daredevil just leading a group of ninjas just like, oh god, dude, that'd be crazy. These people will be like, oh, we got you, we got our guns. We're basically a mini Punisher armor. What's your guns going to do against 100 swords, bro? You think you can take the Hand? You're crazy. Like, so I think that's me crazy. I love the Fisk boxing in this trailer. I love the teases we get of the fight scenes. I love your point about the end of the trailer. I'm gonna say it, and I already knew this was gonna be the case, but I'm gonna say this now that this trailer's out. I don't care about Doomsday. I'll try to watch Secret Wars. I'm trying to be optimistic about everything. But for me in 2026, because I know Doomsday also comes out in 2026 right now, Born Again, most anticipated Marvel project. Hands down. Season 2, most anticipated project. And this is just a leaked trailer. Just wait till we get the real polished trailer. And we're going to talk about this in the next Comic-Con news. Because I do think when Wonder Man drops on TV, that's when the real trailer comes out.
Yeah.
Because Wonder Man's dropping in January. So when Wonder Man's out, Daredevil's going to start getting heavy promotion.
I'm going to be honest, Joe. I wasn't a big fan of the Wonder Man trailer.
Okay, we can talk about Wonder Man in a minute. Oh, since we're talking about Daredevil, I want to show you guys something real quick. Because I had him on my display on my YouTube thing. You guys seen this?
Oh, that's sick.
Target exclusive. It's my boy. I have Deadpool and Wolverine too, but I mostly just wanted to show that one because that's my favorite exclusive Funko.
Oh, you don't know much about Wonder Man? Okay.
We'll talk about Wonder Man in a minute. So Wonder Man, it's a weird trailer to like. I'm not hyped for it either, Jake, but I want to give it a chance.
All right. I'll just say this: The one
So-
thing that
Yep.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's your turn. You're up, Jake. I want to listen to you. I was just trying to fix something. Go ahead.
The one thing that does have me interested in this show is Trevor Slattery being in it.
Well, I
The
think what
only
they're
thing.
doing with this whole thing, Jake, the thing I think they're doing in this whole thing is that they're doing hold up one second. The thing they're doing is they're doing something with like this is gonna be like a play. Marvel likes to do their meta jokes. This is Marvel kind of trying to pay off the whole actors playing actors thing. Because the whole thing about Simon Williams Underground is that this is a character that watched a director of a movie and then tries to make his own movie and become an actor in Hollywood. So there's a movie called Wonder Man that they reference in the trailers, and then he tries to kind of make his own career, and then becomes a superhero.
Also,
Wonder Man
Joe,
is, yeah.
I do notice another actor that's in this. The guy who's from Superman, the president. He's in this too.
Oh, he's in Wonder Man.
Yeah, do you know the president from Superman, the older guy?
Oh, you're talking about the dictator, right?
Yeah, the guy that was working for Lex in the movie.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh, you mean the guy that got killed by Hawk?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy.
Wonder Man. Kind of reminds me of the female Deadpool.
That's a weird.
Well, that's fun.
comparison.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to talk about.
Right?
The thing I'm excited about. Yeah, that's true. The thing that I'm excited about Wonder Man for is the fact that the actor that's playing Wonder Man is actually the guy that played Black Manta in the previous DC universe.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And
I
also another
didn't
thing that you
remember
guys
that.
another thing you probably don't know about this Wonder Man show, even though we talked about it, even though you know a lot of people aren't super big fans of the trailer, this is the next project that our favorite director in the MCU, Dustin Daniel Cretton, does before he does Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he directs the first
So,
episode.
Yeah,
The
he
fact that
directed the
Dustin
first
Daniel
two.
Cretton, yeah. So the fact that he directed the first two episodes, I think those first two episodes are at least going to be good because we know what he's capable of. So I
Right.
think at least the first two episodes of this show will be pretty good. I'm going into this show with an open mind. The trailer didn't hype me, but there's an interesting concept like Trevor Slattery being in it, the way that they talk about acting culture. I think there's some fun ideas that they could do with this show.
I'm gonna give it
So I
a
think that's really good. So I think we all got to give it a chance. Anyone else got any final thoughts on Wonder Man before we run back to more New York Comic Con Marvel news?
No, we
Not
can
really.
move on.
Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about, even though it's not MCU related, is we also got a trailer for X-Men 97 Season 2.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
1 second, guys. I got to do something real quick. I'm going to be on mute for a second.
I'm not gonna be on here for too long, guys. Cause I do have to go soon. I know you guys want to talk about what's it called? What was it? The topic that we're gonna talk about later? Marvel villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want, I know you guys want to talk about that, but
Can we do that next week? We've already been pretty much going for like almost 2.5 hours now.
yeah, I think we should do. it
Yeah, we
next
can
week.
save it for the next episode.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll save it for the
Okay.
next episode because I kind of want to play some more Rivals with people anyway. So, yeah. But we'll wrap up on. We're gonna finish up on.
X-Men
X-Men.
97. Yeah.
Yeah. So so give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find something real quick because I had notes for this. I just want to rewatch the trailer one more time.
Let me just say, I love this trailer because, like, oh my gosh, the fact that, oh my gosh, guys, Apocalypse looks terrifying this season, bro. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. He looks fucking terrifying.
Okay, one more. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to rewatch this trailer so I have more notes for this.
Okay.
Um.
Yo, that was.
Yeah, and I also noticed.
Also, Underground, I don't know if you caught it, but Colossus was also in the trailer.
I saw him.
Yeah. Like,
Come
like
on,
I was
Mike.
like, when I saw Colossus, I was like, what?
Oh, and I also saw Gambit.
Oh, yeah, of course Gambit's in here. It's X-Men 97, bro. What do you expect? Of course.
You know what
Gambit's
else I
in
saw,
here.
Jake?
Who?
Pauly Shore in the trailer.
Oh, hell no.
And Slenderman 2.
Because I thought he died last season, didn't he?
Oh, wait. Yeah, he did.
Wait, who died?
Gambit died in last season 1 of X-Men 97. I just remembered that.
Also, Jake, you know Slenderman 2 and Slenderman 3 are in the works?
Oh, fuck no.
I'm joking, Jake, I'm joking.
Fuck no.
Oh, and I also saw Nightcrawler in it too.
Yeah. Yeah, you did point out. I completely forgot he died in season 1.
Yeah.
I'm glad you pointed that out. This is huge then.
Yeah, Jake, it's very huge. Yeah.
Gambit. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I just rewatched the trailer again. So the thing is, and I remember this because I was at the finale meeting with the Jubilee actress. So in the comics, when characters die in X-Men, especially when they tease Apocalypse, even though they screwed it up in X-Men Apocalypse because they don't know what they were doing with that movie, Apocalypse has the ability to select characters that have died as his horsemen. And so what happened is Gambit died, but now Gambit has been
Oh, you
resurrected
think
and is
he's
being
gonna-
used as
you-
a new
you-
vessel.
You think he's gonna betray them?
He might turn on them, yes. I do think that he'll be evil for a little bit, but then I think he will literally betray the villain team.
Oh, damn. That is a plot.
I think he'll
twist
go
right
back
there.
to his X-Men roots, but I think they're doing this as a story arc to kind of really make Rogue's character arc very emotional.
Damn.
I wish Polaris was in this trailer, man. I was hoping to hear some dialogue from our girl Sydney Prescott.
Yeah, dude. Where the hell is she? Like, what the hell?
They're probably holding back because they know
Marvel,
it's a
what the hell are
storyline
you
they want to
doing?
save. No, this
Marvel,
trailer's
what the
peaked.
hell are
The
you doing?
idea that they got to go back to the '90s, I think, is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that Colossus is gonna be in this season 2.
Yeah, I noticed that as well.
When I saw Colossus, I was like,
Are
"Oh
you
my
getting on
god,
Rivals tonight, babe?
that's crazy."
Are you getting on Rivals tonight, sweetie?
Yeah.
I might hop on.
You
might
gonna
have
play
to
with
go
us,
for it.
Underground? All right, we're gonna wrap up with this topic then, and then we can hop on Rivals in a little bit if you guys are ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think we're pretty good. Anyone else got anything final to say? I think 97 season 2 is gonna be peak. I think for me it's Daredevil Born Again, 97, and then probably Spider-Man. I would say probably are my 3 favorites right now.
And also
Oh, no,
Slenderman.
no,
And also,
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot.
Shut
One more thing.
up, Julian.
Forget the Slenderman. Actually, this is my ranking. I just remembered my ranking now. Give me a second. Let me rank my 2026 projects, and they're all on epic levels. Are you ready? You want
Go for
highest
it.
tier to lowest tier? All right. So this is an underrated take because I know people aren't super hyped for it. Spider-Man is my lowest project on my list, just because I think Spider-Man will be good, but everything else is just going to be more awesome, in my opinion.
There you
So
go.
I got Spider-Man, and then I got after Spider-Man, I got the Punisher special because that shit's gonna be crazy, and then you got 97 at number 2, and then Born Again at number 1 because that's crazy. Oh, what did you? Someone saying something crazy? You're saying something sus, Underground? Oh, Jake, messing with Slenderman. Yeah, no. So I think, yeah. I mean, I think we're pretty good. This was a great first episode. I wish StreamYard would have cooperated better, but other than that, I'd say it was pretty good.
it's the true Jakey boy. Slenderman 2 is
No,
gonna be
it's
awesome.
not.
Yes,
No.
it is. Slenderman 2 is gonna be peak cinema,
Okay,
Jakey.
okay. Let's be on top.
I'm
Isn't that
itching
the
for
news?
my. I'm itching for my rivals. I don't know about you guys, but
Yeah.
I gotta go take a shower real quick and.
all
Or-
right, we can wait for you, Jake. What time you think you'll be
No,
done?
no, you don't need to wait for me. You guys can go ahead.
Yeah,
Will you
can
join
go ahead
after?
and- yeah, you can go ahead and play
Yeah,
Rivals.
like you guys don't need to wait on me.
Yeah,
it's
Joe, you
fine.
can go ahead. You can go
Okay.
ahead and play. You can go ahead and play Rivals. D's nuts. All right.
All right, Underground. I'll go.
Yo, you can
I'll
go
go play
ahead
with
and
you,
go-
boss.
Joe, you can go ahead and go work on
All right.
the Steel spinoff.
The Dimitri.
Wow.
Damn.
Chosen, get out of here with that. All right, so I'm gonna get on Rivals. I know Underground's gonna get on Rivals. Great
Rivals D's
podcast,
nuts.
guys.
Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, see you guys.
I'm leaving with that one. Screw you.